be warm up in here, yo. About time, though. You look like a unicorn. I almost want to put the camera on some kind of track to be able to go. You know what I mean? Once I get it swapped over to the other camera, it'll be so bad. I'm gonna take this minute to eat a granola bar.
What does that do?
I don't know. Well, hey, so we'll see. Like anything else, you can't promise when you're going to be here because you just don't know. No offense to him, I'm just saying that I just told him to be here around the 8 mark. this autoplay is, and it keeps freezing up my sounds. I mean, literally, Sam's just quit playing. And it happened last night. We had a Windows update, which again is why I'm trying to get rid of Sam's. All right, ready? We is 804. Is that a yeah? Headphones, microphone, come on. All right, everybody, we's live. Sorry about the little technical difficulties this morning. Apparently, Windows did another update last night. Let me tell you, man, ever since Windows over the last like 6 months have been doing all their updates, my broadcaster program, it doesn't like what Windows is doing. And first, it messed up one computer that had Windows 7 Professional, and then my DJ laptop just had Windows 7 Home Edition, but both of them's the whole 64-bit, and just, wow, whatever Windows is doing, they're screwing me up. So I've switched over to a Mac. I haven't got the Mac quite online as of yet. Trying to learn it. Man, what a pain in the buttocks to go from a PC to a Mac. But I figured it out. I'm figuring it out. I'll have it up here in just a few days. I'm hoping over the weekend. We're one day, one or 2 days away from having the new program running everything. So, anyways, I just figured I'd clarify. Yesterday, people were saying that they were seeing different names on the app, different names while the song was playing. Well, what had happened was I had the Mac where it was running in the background. But the weird part is the words, the titles, the names from the songs on the Mac were what was posted on the app, and the music was playing off the PC, and little chaos. Had to fix that. So what's going on with you, Brian, besides Sleepyhead?
Did you see Bruce Jenner?
Yeah, and I almost didn't believe that was Bruce Jenner's face. Like, he looks like a full-grown female. I'm almost beginning to wonder, did he go have... Did he hate shaving so bad? Let me word it that way. That he went and had all his hair on his face lasered off, because I never see anything close to a stubble on this man's face. He looks like a full-blown woman.
Yeah, I was looking at the pictures of him, and it looks like a local magazine has made fun of him called In Touch.
Yeah, he looks like he's in touch with his inner woman or something, however you want to word that.
Yeah, it says Bruce Jenner looked mighty unhappy Wednesday after In Touch ran a cover story with a Photoshop pic and captioning, guess basically just poking fun of him as a life as a woman. Jenner was tooling around
Sure
in his truck there, smoking a cig, and as he pondered whatever was on his mind, our Bruce sources tell us he doesn't care what the tabloids say about him, but it must have been hard avoiding seeing the cover. As for Chris, she says the magazine was mean, whether or not its story had any foothold on the truth or not. But I mean, he does. At first glance, he looks like a woman.
I thought it was a woman. I thought, personally, here's what I thought. I first thought that somebody had snapped a shot of a woman and was doing a joke by going, look, it's Bruce, as a joke, until I really realized it was Bruce. And, when I was a kid, like, he was the man. Like, everybody, you knew who he was. He was on the cover of the Wheaties box. It just sucks that he now has become what he's become. My biggest question is this: how do you win a gold medal and make money? I mean, sponsors. That's the only thing.
Wheaties.
But that's my point. Is a sponsor. you would have to then get paid for being on the cover of Wheaties or any other promotional stuff you do. But truthfully, has he really done enough to be a millionaire? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Mary Lou Retna or whatever she was, she did like some CVS commercials and, you know, maybe on a box of cereal or something. But how do you become a millionaire by winning a gold medal? It's not a job. The gold medal's like you were given the gold medal one day. It's not like we give you gold every day. So I've always been kind of curious about it. How do you become a millionaire by winning a sport? It's not like you're, you know, Michael Vick fighting dogs and you got a weekend income.
Well, it says here Kris Jenner is telling close friends she's outraged at In Touch magazine for photoshopping a pic of ex-hubby Bruce Jenner on the cover with all the female fixins. The cover is shocking. Bruce has never said he's going down the road to change his sex, but the cover reads that way. That Kris is telling friends it's just mean to do, whether or not it's true. Her reaction is interesting and somewhat, understandable, but she's saying she has contempt for the mag, jumping to conclusions and then altering the image to fit its story, So,
right.
As for Bruce, one of his close friends told us he doesn't pay any attention to that stuff. So. But I mean, if you look at all the pictures through the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, he's always had long hair below his ears.
Yes.
So
it's weird though that he's looking awfully feminine, I guess would be the polite way of saying he looks awfully girly, dude. I'm sorry, but I mean, I truthfully saw the picture, believed it was a woman, and somebody was making a joke about, hey, here's a woman that looks like Bruce. Had no idea that it was Bruce.
Yeah. I had to sneeze there. Yeah, I mean, he does look like a woman. I don't care what anybody says. And I think he is. Something is wrong. There's something. It's going to come out
one day. Because they tried to keep the Liberace thing hid as many years as they could. Everybody said, "Oh, we know he is. We know he is." And go watch the movie. Michael Douglas did an excellent job portraying Liberace. But they tried to keep his character hidden. Little Richard. You don't hear anything about Little Richard being gay, but good Lord, look at Little Richard. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yep.
He might not be a Zippo turned wide open. He might be a little big, but he's got a little flame in him. Flame in him.
Yep.
It's just, hey, to each his own. To each his own. But when you're in the public eye, you're going to be watched and you're going to be talked about, similar to kind of like what's happening right now.
Well, speaking of coming out,
coming out.
Bill Cosby and his attorneys are turning to the Playboy Mansion for information. They're basically turning the place upside down and hitting up Hugh Hefner for anything to help take down Cosby's latest sexual assault accusers. TMZ broke the story. Chloe Goings, she filed criminal charges against Cosby for an alleged 2008 incident at the mansion.
And this is that blonde, right?
I guess I'll pull her picture up. But
she has that I want to be Pam Anderson look.
This was the 2008 incident at the mansion where she claims Cosby was masturbating and sucking her toes.
But let's face it. Look how old he is. 2008 wasn't that long ago. I'm just saying, how is all this now coming out? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
this is retarded.
Sources inside the mansion tell us TMZ Cosby's team reacted immediately after asking if health security team has any surveillance footage from the night of the party, where we're told also he wants names of employees and other guests who might be able to recall seeing Cosby and Goings,
or any of his employees that could be leaking and causing some of this. Because I'm sure if you are working for Hef, you've signed a confidentiality agreement.
And there's this. in what seems like a primitive move, Cosby's attorneys are asking Hef if he's aware of any other Playboy models planning to come forward with similar allegations. As we told you, Goings may have waited too long to go to cops. The statute of limitations may have run out, but Team Cosby is preparing for the worst case scenario. So
this is all idiotic. It's every bit of it.
Here's the thing. I don't. Everybody knows that the Hugh Hefner Mansion is for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Whatever is basically what it is.
Are you kidding me? Sex happens there?
Why in the world is Cosby at his age and married to his wife? Why would he even want to entertain the idea of being there?
That's kind of my point. Is it possible that he's married? Is it possible that he was there 8 years ago at said particular night? What is the odds? That's my whole thing. What's the odds?
Yeah.
I just don't know.
And if he was there, why wasn't his wife with him?
And if this girl was so blown away that this happened, why is it just now coming out?
Yeah.
That's my thing that bothers me about the whole kit caboodle to begin with. If you truly believe that he was masturbating and playing with your toes and it was offensive or wrong, A, you could have kicked him in his face. It's not like he wasn't preoccupied. B, you could have got on them two hooves of yours and walked out, run out, whatever, leave the premises. Why are you sitting there entertaining it? If it really truly happened, why are you even sitting there entertaining it? Unless you were enjoying it. I mean, come on. People have got to start giving each other what I'm trying to find my word. You are responsible for your own actions. If you sit there, then come on.
In her file.
So my wife actually just said, biatches lose their looks and get thirsty. The hoes need money.
Yeah. It says
I added the hoes part, but that's what it is.
It says here, Chloe Goings is claiming Bill Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion just over 6 years ago in her filing criminal charges. Model Chloe Goings and attorney Spencer Cooven are heading to LAPD headquarters right now, claiming she's the victim of a sexual assault and at the hands of Cosby. So she did go file. As TMZ reported, Goings alleges in 2008 she woke up naked in a bedroom with Cosby sucking her toes.
You're at the Playboy Mansion. She was already naked.
And masturbating, yes. And after he slipped her something in her drink. Now, here's what's unclear. The alleged incident occurred more than 6 years ago, and in California, the statute of limitations for every sexual assault except rape is 6 years. We don't know if she's alleging rape.
Here's my thing. On an average, there's probably 150 guests probably showing up to this party. Probably another 50 to 60 employees who slipped her the Mickey.
Yeah.
And furthermore, I'm going to gross y'all out for a minute, but if she woke up to Bill sucking her toes and him, then
why didn't she say something then?
Why didn't she get up and run? 2, why didn't she kick him in his face? And 3, what about the 3 guys that was, you know what I'm saying? The waiter, the bar staff, the security guard, the guy who parks the car, the gardener, the ice sculptor. I mean, the bar back, another girl. Anybody could have slipped or something. I mean, I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah, if you knew you woke up,
if you really thought that you had been sexually assaulted, if you really truly believe you had been sexually assaulted, it wouldn't have taken 6 years to discuss it.
That's right. It happened about less than 60 seconds.
My wife says, when you get rich and leave, I'm gonna holler rape. That's the time at she goes, that's the time at Deer Acres Inn in Monroe. So I got her drunk on Week at the Beaches. It's just insane. I'm just blown away. I can't say blown away. I'm using that figuratively because I guess I'm not surprised. because that's just how people are these days. Hello?
Well, you know, Stephen Collins is he's kind of back in the news again too.
Who is Stephen Collins?
Stephen Collins is the one that admitted to his wife that he sexually molested some girls.
Okay.
He's the Stephen Collins claims his bitter ex-wife was out of blood and caused the now famous audio recording to be leaked. The audio in which Collins confesses to child molestation. Collins is a famous actor here. He was.
Oh, that's the Seventh Heaven guy?
Yes.
Okay. When you said that, I was lost.
Collins, who was in court Wednesday along with estranged wife Faye Grant, says in a new legal docs, Grant put his stuff in trash bags and put them in the driveway of their Brentwood home for pickup by the VA. He says the audio tape was inside one of the bags and labeled Stephen Collins Predator.
Jeez Louise.
Collins claims it was all part of her devious design to get the tape out without directly releasing it. He says he foiled her plot by getting a PI to retrieve the bags before they were picked up. The actor says he believes TMZ got the audio via Grant either directly or indirectly. She denies it, but the judge in the divorce case has ordered them to meet next week to try to settle their case, but it's not really full what they expect for the trial.
But
he's pretty
ridiculous.
much shot himself in the foot because he's already admitted it. It's on tape. You know, it's his voice. He's admitted to her. What is he going to say? I was just kidding.
He can say anything. You can make your mouth say anything. You know, you can twist it, spin it. That's what his publicists are for. They're going to figure out a way to say that he was on, medication and was in a vegetated type state of mind, that he was hallucinating. He doesn't know what was coming out of his mouth. I mean, come on, dude. You can make up anything. I mean, hello. I think Cosby date raped me one night. I was hanging out at the Jello Pudding Pop house,
Michael Jackson.
And I was with Michael and Bubba, not Bubba, but Bubbles. And next thing I know, Michael Jackson was like asking me if I wanted a Jello Pudding Pop, and in walks Bill Cosby with a selection of rainbow colored pills. I thought it was Skittles, man. So I tasted the rainbow. I didn't know what was going to happen. I woke up a few minutes later. Bubbles was, and he was licking my toes. So I want to sue Bubbles now. I'm just saying, who has Bubbles? Michael has left the building. Somebody's got Bubbles with a monthly income on his trust. Bubbles has got a trust. I want my money. I want to be paid off. I went to Never Neverland and look, woke up in the Pudding Pop Palace with Bubbles.
Well, speaking of being paid off, the father of an Ohio man arrested Wednesday for allegedly plotting the ISIS-inspired attack on the U.S. Capitol says his son is not a terrorist and was set up by the FBI. Now, look at this kid.
Holy cow.
Okay. With that being said, Christopher Lee Cornell, 20, was arrested on charges of attempting to kill U.S. government officials, authorities said. He allegedly planned to detonate pipe bombs at the national landmark or open fire on employees and officials fleeing after the explosions, according to government documents. But his parents paint a different picture, saying their son had a normal childhood and that they were shocked by the arrest. I know my son probably better than anyone. Of course you do. He's your son. Cornell's father, John Cornell, Sr., told ABC News he's a mommy's boy. His best friend is his cat, Mikey, and he still calls his mother Mommy.
Of course he does.
Now, they say he's just a typical kid. All right, this kid's 20 years old. His best friend's a cat, and he still calls his mom Mommy.
Am I not supposed to laugh at this? Because, I mean, I really feel like I'm supposed to laugh at this.
Okay,
right?
This kid, he's 20 years old. I can't tell if that's a unibrow or not. He looks like a young Jesus with a beard and
sir, that would be Jesus.
Long hair, but his mother says, Cornell's mother's Angela Carmen said her son is a good person. He is interested in wrestling, but also a homebody. I just love my son. I'll do anything in the world for him, and I'll be right by his side, she said. So basically what she's saying is if he'd have still blown up the White House and killed a bunch of people, she'd have been right by his side. He didn't.
Of course.
The first acknowledgement of the FBI, Cornell said several months ago, after an informant notified the agency that Cornell was allegedly voicing support for the violent jihad on Twitter
Jihad,
account
jihad. Oh, sorry.
and
Correct.
other allies, excuse me, Raul Mahous Ubada, according to charging document. In addition, Cornell allegedly posts statements, videos, and other content expressing support for ISIS, the terrorist group also known as
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
ISIL, that is wreaking havoc in Iraq. Basically, I'm going to tell you something. The FBI is not going to come after you or even acknowledge your existence unless you got something or you're doing something. They don't have time to waste, following you around. It says,
yeah, because that's what they want to do is waste their time on somebody that's absolutely nothing to them.
It said, while also taking final steps to travel to Washington for the attacks earlier Wednesday, Cornell allegedly bought 2 semi-automatic rifles and 600 rounds of ammunition from a store in Ohio, authorities said. John Cornell Sr. said his son only had about $1,200 in the bank and not enough to fund even a small-scale attack. These guns cost almost $2,000. Where did that money come from? Well, it came from the FBI, John Cornell Sr. said. They set him up. Cornell will have his first appearance in court on Friday, his parents said. Now, let me ask you, with that being said, why would the FBI just go say, that guy right there, we're going to set him up for an ISIS attack?
I know.
Makes
when
no
they
sense.
could blame Cosby. He's already
Yes.
in the news.
Cosby,
That is so far-fetched.
Cosby drugged the security guys,
Yes.
jumped the fence,
That's exactly.
and raped the first security guard going in the door.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
And planted information about ISIS on this guy because they got nothing better to do.
Well, if the FBI wants to really to investigate anybody, they need to be investigating the Secret Service. Washington.
Yeah, because I heard they were down in Porterdale trying to pass some counterfeit bills.
Yeah, because 4 of the highest ranking Secret Service executives have been reassigned following a series of security mishaps and reports questioning leadership within the agency. The agency's assistant directors for investigation, protective operations, technology, and public affairs have all been reassigned with Secret Service. Acting Director Joseph P. Clancy said in a statement Wednesday that he was making leadership changes based on a December report from an independent panel that described the agency as just basically bumbling.
A
lot of series of mishaps and stuff with the guys jumping over the fence. Just a lot of problems they're having that should never have happened. The 4 officials are Dale Pupolo, who led protective operations, Paul Morrissey, and who oversaw the agency's investigation mission, Jane Murphy, who was a governmental and public affairs chief, and Mark Campanazzi.
Hey, I got to catch this because whoever this is, keep calling from Tennessee.
Who headed up
support. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. I talked to you earlier about the blocks over there.
You got the wrong number. I don't know who you are.
Oh, you bought some blocks from TVA.
Excuse me?
Oh, okay. I've got the wrong number then.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. This is like the 3rd call from Tennessee that's come in, and I didn't answer the first few because I'm like, there's nobody that's going to be calling us. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And that's on your cell phone, Louis.
And that's on my personal cell phone. So that's why I was like, if they keep calling, something's got to be wrong.
Yeah, but basically, the White House has reassigned some of their leading top Secret Service because of some of the bumblings they've had, and
why has it got to be bumbling?
That's the word they used. Some of the mishaps, I guess. Some of the accidents that happen,
Yeah, well, claimed to be accidents.
Yeah. Speaking of more rape charges, prosecutors filed charges against a rape and criminal confinement with bodily injury and battery resulting in bodily injury against Indianapolis Colts backup linebacker Josh McNary on Wednesday. Early Thursday morning, an attorney for McNary released a statement saying this client is not guilty, denied all allegations, and immediately reported Wednesday night to law enforcement officials in a respectful and peaceful manner. According to the probable cause affidavit, 2 Indianapolis police officers said 29-year-old woman accused as unknown, woman, but they determined that McNary of attacking her in the early mornings of December the 1st. But police, according to the report, determined the man McNary was McNary, and after investigating his cell phone, the woman claimed she took from the man's apartment. So basically, he's in a little bit of hot water.
You think?
She can prove he was there, and if there's any kind of bodily injury or, I guess, semen left on her.
Yes. If they pulled a Monica Lewinsky, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Take the blue dress off, please.
And again, it kind of goes back to motive at this point. I mean, I'm not going to criticize somebody that could have possibly been raped. Let me word it that way.
And did you hear about the Florida teen who saved a police officer's life?
I've read about it a little bit, but not everybody on the show knows about this.
Yeah, a Florida teen who was processed into the Fort Lauderdale Police Department booking facility is set to be commended later this month for heroically helping to save the life of an officer who collapsed while booking him. And an incident that was captured on surveillance camera. According to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department on September 10th, 2014, Officer Franklin Folks was in the process of booking 17-year-old Jamal Rutledge when the cop collapsed. As the video shows, Rutledge immediately began to kick the security fence and yell to alert officers in the area. Police said in a news release. Sergeant Todd Bunnan overheard the commotion and was in with the assistance of officers Robert Norvis and Raymond Ketchmark, aided Folks with CPR and a defibrillator before emergency medical services were able to come on scene. Detective Deanna Greenlaw told ABC News that Folks is now on light duty but expected to return to full duty by the end of the month. We are incredibly happy and fortunate to this officer have this officer back to work. She said she told ABC News that the police officer who assisted Folks, as well as Rutledge, will be receiving the life-saving award as well as being awarded Officers of the Month. Now, regarding Rutledge, Greenlaw said the department had hopes it may have a positive impact on the youth who has been arrested again since the incidents. By commending the juveniles as well as the officers, we hope the juvenile will maybe turn some things around and not have to have such a negative interactions with the police, she said. Rutledge and 3 officers will receive commendations for their actions in the City of Fort Lauderdale Commission meeting later this month, January 21st. The teen had been arrested for allegedly violating probation and burglary.
Holy cow.
So,
what is up with the teens, man? Are they like not smart enough to realize? My uncle used to always say, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. But the problem is these jails have gotten so wussied that nobody fears going to jail.
Yeah. And, the thing about it is, he's been arrested since, this incident happened. He's been arrested again.
After helping save a cop.
Right.
Because that's the good thing to do.
Yes.
I'm blown away. I can't even use the word blown away anymore because it seems like every day I'm going, okay, I'm blown away. Is the idiocy level getting worse is my thing.
I think it's they don't care. People just don't care.
It's crazy, dude. I mean, what are you thinking when you just don't worry about going to jail? I mean, it just no big deal. It's 3 hots to cut, man.
Well, you might think this is crazy, but listen to this. There's a strange taste in the water in Mexico
Ooh.
City.
Do you know my wife read this to me as we were going to bed? I was like, thanks, hun. I'm feeling parched.
Yeah. In Mexico City, police say the body of Carmen Esperanza was found in a high state of purification. When she was first missing last February after leaving her gym, her friends worried that the pretty brunette might have been taken by a gang. You know, down there's a lot of sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Is they
Yeah.
think they just think she got abducted and was
Yes.
put to work.
Well, all thought that she might have been kidnapped and sold off for sex trafficking. Javier Praz told the Mirror, it seems that her body was back in her apartment block the whole time. Decomposition made the visual ID of the body impossible. That forced investigators to ID Carmen from the implants that she had as a result of plastic surgery operation. Police are investigating a businessman Esperanza was involved with before she began dating an attorney. The search of the tank started after residents complained of a strange taste in their drinking water.
I think I figured out why Dasani has a strange taste.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Esperanza was finally found in the filtration tank, the Mirror reported, as the family is questioning authorities about how Esperanza's discovery took nearly a year. Residents are dealing with the fact that the woman's remains were fouling their water supply for what police believe was 11 months.
Can you imagine 11 months of drinking? They already said don't drink the water in Mexico, fool.
Could you imagine?
Now you know why.
Could you imagine drinking water?
So the whole time you're going,
there's a dead person in your water.
Tasting some DNA, man. This explains why the Zach glazed donuts have a funky taste. I'm waiting to get text messages from people going, "Oh, that was just wrong,"
and a crusty
aftertaste.
Crusty.
What's that hung in my? What's that in my tooth? Give me some floss. Can you imagine drinking water and for months and months and months
and bathing in it,
and you're like, man, this tastes funky, and then this shoots across the news, and you're like taking your tongue and licking your hand, just going, "Oh, get this taste out of my mouth."
And you know the bad part about it is you've got a like a not a fungus, but when you start to decay, the rottenness,
Rotten.
the I mean the water had to be, the water had to be brown.
You have to hope
Oh,
you you have to hope that before it runs to your faucet, that it runs through a filtration system. You just have to hope that the tank is pressurized, all that water up there with gravity pressurizes the system. It runs through the filtration system way before it gets to you. Because the first house near that water tower has to be the person that's the scaredest. They're the most scared. Do you get my point?
yeah.
Why is my sink not working? Call the plumber. The plumber comes out, takes the faucet apart, goes, "There was a pinky in your sink."
Pubic hair and a pinky.
You know? Because hair doesn't decay. Brian is about to hurl. Why is my ice maker not working? There's a fingernail caught in it. Brian's about to puke, y'all. I wish you could see the video. The boy is about to hurl. Why does this water look like it's got a pink paint flake in
All right,
it?
let's shoot off to
All of a
commercial.
sudden, it's a Lee press-on nail. Did you hear how they determined how they found out who she was? Did you read that part?
Put their breast implants.
Breast implants. Man, this water has a saline taste.
Shut up. All right, let's go to commercial.
Brian is about to hurl. You want to go to Shane's Rib Shack for lunch, don't you? Some Brunswick stew, maybe?
I mean, because you got to imagine the body is all swollen and puffed up.
Until it falls apart like
And-
boiled chicken on a bone. Look at Brian's face. I wish y'all could see this. Think of how boiled chicken looks when the chicken just falls off the bone. And the skin's real slimy, and you just take your fingers and rake the chicken skin off of the meat.
Baseball, 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 baseball.
Oh my God! I wish I could see this poor boy. He's about to hurl. All right, we'll shoot off the commercial. I got 3 of the sponsors coming up, and I had a request from Gino. Gino wanted to hear a little 6 a.m. We'll be right back, everybody.
Ah,
Don't you just want some boiled chicken? Hot, steamy, boiled, skin slimy, falling off the bone kind of chicken? Kathy Bragg, we get the point. Stop.
I guess Dustin's not coming in.
He's running.
You think?
Let's try.
I love Coffee Central.
What's taste? Oh, that donut good? Huh? Did you just say, should I eat one? Oh, God. Huh? Oh, yeah. Good Lord. Thank God it has the Zach glazed coating on it. Ashley Skinner. Oh, my God. Boiling chicken was going too far. Huh? What was it? Chocolate? Oh, there it goes. 2 pieces. Is that chocolate? Yeah. There's another one, too. What you stuck your shoe in the carpet, I don't make a deal out of it. Ooh, there's one behind you. Like behind your foot. See? It's a bug. It's a bug. I need to get that sidewalk cleaned off. I've been seeing all these little berries get stuck on the shoes coming in the house. All right, we're back. So listen, I was getting text messages from people a minute ago going, oh my God, boiling chicken was just too far. But they were also laughing. Thanks, Miss Skinner. So, hey, Brian, you're a mechanic, right? Well, you've worked on cars.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they tell you don't run your gas down because all the crap like goes to the bottom of the gas tank, kind of screws up the filter on the gas tank. Is that correct?
Well, it's got a sock on the bottom of the tank.
So that's pretty much correct then.
Yeah, and what happens is once the sediment gets the pump is constantly working.
Right.
So you got to remember when your gas tank gets really low,
right,
everything's going towards that sock.
So everything,
it's sucking
metal, anything rust, right, all the heavy stuff sinks to the bottom, and that's where it's siphoning
right
the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so think about that dead body and all the bones deteriorating and all the flesh rotting off of it like boiling chicken. So all the meat rises to the top, all the bones, the vertebrae, the little pinky joints, the finger bones, toe bones, kneecaps, cartilage from your earlobe. All that goes to the very bottom where it siphons and goes right to Brian's house. Y'all missed it when we were on break. Like, he's like, I got to go get a Coke or a Sprite to get this taste out my mouth. I said, what is that donut still? He says, no, the dead body. You got a weak stomach, don't you? Think of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre where a guy's wearing a leather face. So the first guy that's the guy that finds the body picks up her face. It still has a little bit of lipstick on it, and he kisses it. Ooh, she was a hottie. The other dude goes, would you quit playing with her boobs? Oh, go ahead, sidekick. Hold on. Do what?
Can you please, for the name of all things holy, stop with the dead body in the water system?
Brian is about
you are messing with the mind. You are messing with the mind of your granddaughter.
She doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually, I think you're boring her. You put her to sleep.
I mean, but you got to think about it. The body has been in the water over 11 months.
I don't want to think about it. Shut up.
Every shower
would have to be brown. It had to be brown.
Well, it's Mexico. They already tell you don't drink the water. You know why? They put bodies in the water tower.
I mean, Ashley was right. The boiling chicken was too far. Now, every time I top off my gas tank, I'm going to be thinking about it. Thanks, Scotty.
So think about when you're boiling corn and the kernels start popping to the top. That's what kneecaps look like. They float to the top of the water. The yellow stuff that's cartilage.
Lucky for me, I don't boil corn.
I'm just saying. Think of some Brunswick stew. Next time you go to a restaurant and order some Brunswick stew, think about it. Just think about it. Kathy Bragg even said, you're gross. You need to stop. Tara just typed in. She's like, stop.
I got the munchies. I was thinking about stopping and getting some breakfast on the way to work. Not anymore.
Go get you some pork rinds. Get you some pork rinds. Wash it down with a little bit of sweet tea because that's about the color the water would have been. Brian is so bad. Brian can't even look at me. Brian's just like, ah.
I'm the same way right now.
You know what I like is I can't get
Sidekick's driving down the road and he won't even look at his radio.
I can't get callers to call in on topics. I can't get callers to text stuff. I start talking about boiling chicken and everybody's going, stop, that's gross.
Because we eat boiling chicken.
So did they did
you
in Mexico.
Did. Yeah, they did too. Hey, what's that flavor of meat you got there? It has a funky flavor to it. Oh, well, we just washed it in this new mineral water. The sun.
On that note,
from the south of the border.
Up to work, and the first thing I'm going to do is go vomit. Thanks, Scotty, for making my day just so much better.
Go to the vending machine and get you a Baby Ruth.
It's just for fun.
It's just for fun. I am trying to help everybody with their diet. This right here should curb everybody's appetite. Boiling chicken.
Wow.
Brian's face is just horrible right now. He just keeps rubbing his wet eyes because he's watering up on his eyes.
Oh. Dude, you got my stomach in knots right now, okay?
Hey, that's good for you.
No, it's really not. I'm a fat kid. Fat kids got to eat, and you are making me not want to eat.
Next time y'all eat
This
some
is not
bean
cool.
dip and you feel this lumpy thing, you're gonna
Goodbye,
find
Scotty.
you're gonna find the tip of bone from a pinky. Woo! So how about them trees, man?
I'm going to eat at Chick-fil-A because I know their food's good.
So you think?
Jesus.
So change the topic. What else you got, Brian? Oh my God, this is too funny, y'all. So how about the fact Dustin Bragg's on his way, late, of course, late.
It's a good thing he's late.
It's a good why he would have probably chimed in. He goes boar hunting and everything else.
I don't think he would. God, that's.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I've got a very weak stomach.
You feel nauseous or anything?
Hell yeah. I
Take
feel
a sip of that
nauseous.
brown water.
Jesus.
I tell you, they've always said don't drink the water in Mexico, and now it's like, is this where they've been stashing the bodies for the past 12 years?
Oh, God.
What's for lunch? A vertebrae.
Damn it, Scotty.
Woo! I want the speedy.
Jesus.
Okay, before we start losing listeners.
Yeah, before we start losing celebrity birthdays.
Yeah, what you got?
Oh gosh. Pitbull, the rapper, he's 34. Birth name is Armando Perez. He gained fame for his 2009 album, Revolution.
Revolution.
Mm-hmm. And Give Me Everything in 2012.
And he's Cuban.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he is. I mean, they made a big deal about him being the Mexican rapper, but he's not. He's not even from there. He didn't drink the brown water. Brian can't get past it.
Dove Cameron, actress who took on a starring role as Liv in Maddie and Rooney on the Disney Channel series Liv and Maddie. She's 19 today.
And somebody just texted, that's the new vitamin water. It's plenty of protein.
Damn. Jesus.
It's the only water you buy at a convenience store that comes with a strainer.
Son of a gun.
You take the top off and it's got a catch net on it. You have to drink it with your teeth closed to keep from getting choked up.
Martin Luther King. It says here his birthday is January 15th, 1929. He died April 4th, 1968. African-American civil rights movement leader and clergyman who used civil disobedience to combat and institutionalize racism. He is remembered best for his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech.
I used to make a bad joke about that because, never mind, it's a bad joke.
And you know, he died at the age of 39.
Yeah.
He was only 39 years old. So today is technically his birthday, but I think we'll celebrate it Monday. Kelly, you know who Kelly is?
No.
Kelly is the wrestler. Born Barbara Jean Blank, she rose to fame as an ECW exhibitionist and won the WWE Divas Champion in 2011.
Yeah, I have no idea.
She's 28 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Brees is his birthday today. New Orleans Saints quarterback. He's 36. Regina King. You remember Regina King from Friday?
No.
She played Ice Cube's sister.
Oh,
on
okay.
Friday.
Yep.
She's 44.
There's so many names. It's hard to keep up with who people are.
Yes.
I mean, unless you're Madonna and everybody knows who Madonna is.
Remember Charo?
Yes. What is she? Oh, wait. 73.
Way off.
Holy cow. She's older than that.
Celebrated singer, dancer, and comedian who has released its hits like the number 18 single from 1977, Dance a Little Bit Closer, 64.
Now, I would have swore, unfortunately, because she's always looked younger than she was, and considering all the love boats that she was on, I just assumed she was up in her 70s by now.
She's 64.
Holy cow.
Claudia Winkleman is 43. Gavin Becker, 16. Young Dro, I guess I'm sure that's a rapper. Lloyd Bridges' birthday today, but he died in 1998. Christopher Warren is 25. James Nesbitt, he's 50. You remember? You know who James
Nope.
Nesbitt is? James Nesbitt
We
is
could do
an
trivia.
award-winning actor, best known for his work in Cold Feet and for starring as the title character Tommy Murphy in Murphy's Law.
Lost. I have no idea.
No, he didn't do Lost.
No. No, really, because if he did, we'd probably know who he was.
And a legendary rock star.
And
Simple Man.
Is-
Bullet back.
is he alive?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
Ronnie Van Zant. His birthday's today.
I was fixing to say.
1948 to 1977.
I didn't know if they were going to try to give credit to the brother.
Yes, Ronnie Van Zant. Today's birthday. He's a lyricist, vocalist, and founding member of the Southern rock group Leonard Skinner.
And he would be how old today?
He died at the age of 29. He was 1948 to
Never mind.
1970. He's been in his 60s almost. Yeah, he's older than Charo.
Yeah.
Before he was killed in a plane crash on October 20th, 1977. His younger brother Johnny and Donnie Van Zant was another founding members of Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, and there's a cousin trying to use the whole Van Zant last name to make his little band good. And it's funny, he may just happen to have the last name, or he may not be any relations, but he made sure he got the little flat brim round hat and the little snake skin hat band, and he's a small skinny guy where the rest of them are a little thick, and yeah, it's really funny.
So he don't look right.
He doesn't look like one, but he's got the last name.
I guess that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Pretty much everybody else I've never.
I'm not gonna go by my last name anymore, so I can say I'm Madonna's kid.
Mario Van Peebles.
Yes.
You remember him from the movie with Clint Eastwood,
Yes.
where he played. I can't remember the name of the movie, but he
I don't
played
remember
the army movie.
Yes.
He is 58 years old today.
Yeah. And Mario Van Peebles has done a bunch of movies.
Yes.
He's like the Richard Grieco.
Yes.
That's done a ton of movies that just never really got big, but yet he's done a lot of movies.
Now listen to this. He also appeared on All My Children. That was his biggest thing, is All My Children, Hellcats, and The Cosby Show.
Yes.
He was on there. He directed the 21 Jump Street in 1989.
Yeah, he
as
did a
well.
bunch of the directing.
Yes. Let's see who else we got here.
Hey, another
Pretty much-
listener chimed in and says that gives a whole new meaning to finger food.
Oh, geez.
What happened?
Hey, we got to tell Dustin what we're talking about.
No, let's don't do that.
Somebody found a finger in something.
No, they found a body in a water tower,
Oh,
people in the
nice.
town have been
no,
drinking.
not the water tower. The filtration
the filtration
at
system.
at the place where she lived.
So, needless to say, everybody kept saying that they were tasting a strange taste. It was because it was decaying body.
Mm,
Are you weak? Are you weak stomach it
that's
too?
disgusting. No, I'm not weak stomach. I mean, I can.
Because I can go back on the same kick we was 20 minutes ago. Even your mom text, stop. You're gone too far. Because I kept saying, just think about boiling chicken. How the chicken just falls off the bone.
God dang.
And Dustin just throws his hand up like, stop
We're
right
good.
there.
We're good there. Golly, man.
My faucet's not working. And the plumber finds a fingernail or something in your faucet. Well, that's because this is trapped in there.
Yeah, whose finger is this back here? Well, I've got no clue.
Brian is ready to hurl again. Boiling chicken, everybody. Just envision
Somebody
it.
puke this morning.
Man, I'm trying to think about baseball, soccer. I'm even thinking about basketball.
Brian's like, Grandma naked, Grandma
basketball.
naked, Grandma naked. Ruin this thought in my head. Grandma
Jesus.
naked.
Christ.
Did you ever see that episode of Family Feud where he says, name something that a burglar doesn't want to see when he breaks in your house, and the guy hollers out, naked grandma.
We should have done that with Jessica.
Yeah,
know,
let me tell you what Jessica.
Family Feud.
Jessica, I text Jessica. We've been trying to get her all week on the phone and can't figure out what's going on. So she sends me a text. It says, "Oh, I meant to tell you, I got a job. That's why I haven't been there this week." I'm like, "Awesome! I'm glad you got that job, but you could have told me.
You could have posted on Facebook.
You could have said something
You
to
could have
me.
Instagrammed it.
Shoot
could have
me an
tweeted it.
email.
Jeez.
Anything." But I'm glad she got a full-time gig and she's doing some office personnel type stuff. And I'm very thankful she helped us when she could. I just like, dang, you should have at least told me. So, anything else, sir?
No.
And by the way, everybody, Dustin Bragg is here. He's late, but he's here.
What's going on?
We already know now.
Better late than never.
His momager is going to be like, the gig starts at 7, and he doesn't really go on till 10, but she's going to be like, it starts at 7.
She does that. She does that all the time.
She starts, and then let me quote your mother here. Grumpy is on his way.
Grumpy. It's Grumpy Smurf.
Wow. Thanks, man.
There's your song to write about waking. You know, you got the Beatles. I woke up, got out of bed, dragged the chrome across. You see, you could do the opposite. You know, I woke up, got thrown out of bed, grabbed my Levi's. I mean, you could just go anywhere with that. And you could even go from one part of the song where it's you woke up, you got thrown out of bed because your mom's telling you to go to work. And then the next part is you wake up because the girlfriend says, my husband's home. And you jump out the window. Just say it. I mean, you could go so far with these. Brian, what else you got? We got anything?
Yeah, I'm doing this birthday thing here that Jacob just sent me.
And we could. I've had other people ask us about going on Family Feud because Steve Harvey runs Family Feud, and they film it in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Down at one of the civic centers or something. Ravens Renovation had a bunch of tickets to give us one time, and we just wasn't able to go. But wouldn't that be something? Your mom says no to that one. To which one? Which one did you say no to? the song about getting caught?
Probably the one getting busted.
Yeah, you know she's gonna chime in on that one.
But if it's a country song, it's got to be true. And on top of that, to make it better, it was your cousin.
Oh my God.
No,
It was your cousin
no.
who was married, and her
No.
husband pulls up like y'all are laying in the bed. I could see it now. You're in an old 100-year-old house. You see the paneling type wall, the windows open, the little white see-through curtains kind of blowing, and she goes, "Did you hear that?" You go, and you kind of like look out the window because it's like I hear mud grip tires on a gravel road. Oh crap! Your husband.
That's disgusting.
That's actually a true story, sort of, kind of.
That
So
happened to you with your
no,
cousin?
my one of my stepmothers. My dad was married 8 times, so let me go down the list. One of my stepmothers who grew up outside of Charleston, literally, she lived with her sister, and she remembers the sister had done something that had pissed off her husband, and she said that. And her husband was a very abusive man. I mean, he'd punch her. I mean, that's why she got away from him. But she said that she remembers hearing the 4-wheel drive as it turned off the asphalt onto that gravel driveway. And she said that she's like full detail explaining that as soon as she heard, whoa, 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 and then she could hear him nail it when he hit that gravel and threw gravel everywhere.
Whoa.
She said at that point, they were trying to lock the door because they knew that her old man was coming home. And she was talking about how her and her sister had to basically fight this dude because he kept punching her in the mouth. And yeah, not to get all too graphic and stuff, but to say that I mean, she painted a good picture of, you could tell when them tires went from loud roar to slowing down, and then when it hit that gravel, so that's what makes me think of it. And your mom's like, no husband. No. But the cousin part's okay, Kathy.
That's disgusting.
If it's your third cousin, it's okay.
Yeah, we know. We've heard that one.
I don't think I've got any good looking cousins.
Me and my wife were joking the other day. She said, "So where are you and Selena on the cousins?" I said, "She's the third cousin." She goes, "Yeah, I could see you trying to mess with her." I'm like, "Thanks, appreciate that."
Golly.
Come on over here. Give me a little kiss.
What's up, cuz?
I'll see you again at the family reunion. No, but the first time I remembered, like, I saw Selena as kids, like when we were 5. I was 5. I was like 7. She was 5. And then I didn't see her again. Like, just years and years went by. Then all of a sudden, when I was 15 or 16, I lived with my grandmother. So I was getting in my little lowrider car. I was trying to pull out. And as I started to pull out, all I saw was this woman pull up who apparently was her grandmother, which would be my grandmother's sister. And then next thing I know, I just see this hot chick get out of the car. So I'm like, I put the car back in park. I let them go in the house. I look at one of my uncles. I go, who the hell was that? He's like, I don't know. He says, that looks like Aunt Faye, but I don't know who the girl is with her. And I'm like, well, I'm fixing to go find out. And I walk in and it's like, hey, by the way, this is your cousin Selena. I'm like, okay, I got to go. Bye. Damn it. Why'd you have to ruin it? I could have been like Steph. I could have been sliding into third base before you told me who it was. Brian, you want to talk about boiling chicken or kissing cousins? Which one?
No.
Which one do you want? Kissing cousins or boiling chicken?
Neither one, because I've never kissed
Mama.
my cousins.
Mama just sent me a text and said, Dustin, that is horrible.
She said no twice in a row to me.
She said, that is terrible. My bad.
Which one? The kissing cousins?
I don't know. I'm not kissing my cousins, no how. So.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Brian, why are you live in Georgia? You should know this is the topics of normal society around
Not
here.
normal. It's not normal.
What is normal?
Normal is like, that's not normal. I don't even know. Ronnie don't even know. I
So-
guarantee Ronnie
So
couldn't even
getting
answer.
caught with another man's wife's normal, but not a cousin.
Ronnie won't even answer that. You see, he's done turned his
There's
head.
some rapper that other day I saw it on TMZ that admits he's been sleeping with this girl for months and months and months. Found out it was his cousin, and he didn't stop.
So is he going to write a rap song about that?
I don't know. He's still.
Is it his first cousin?
I have no idea. They're just saying that he says it's my cousin, and I don't plan on stopping.
It sounds like a rap song.
I'm telling you.
They say it's my cousin, but I don't plan on stopping.
Throwing up some gang signs. You can't stop me. You can't stop me.
That's my
You can't
cousin, and we're
stop
gonna make
me. No,
another
you can't
dozen.
stop me.
Oh my God Almighty, man! I tell you what.
Make another dozen of kissing cousins.
Oh,
That's right.
jeez.
Ah,
That's absolutely ridiculous right there.
that's right. All right. Well, look. Let me pull up some TMZ. Let's see what TMZ's got.
Well, that's what we just did, and I pretty much yanked every bit of it.
Really, you had to use the word yank.
Yeah. Better than shoot off to
You
it.
I have no idea who that is. Ashley Hamilton arrested for impersonating a cop. Oh, he's a songwriter. Why would you want to take that gamble? And on top of that, what if you're a fake cop and you pull somebody over and they freaking shoot you because they think you're a real cop? No, I'm a fake. I'm a fake.
Yeah.
Don't shoot. I'm not a real cop.
Mm.
Now that I have no idea about. Let's let Brian read that one real quick.
Miley Cyrus poses completely naked in new Bangers tour photos. You know what? I mean, I swear,
He's got to be so proud.
I would just love
She
to
needs to
be.
eat some chicken.
She needs to eat. She needs to eat more than chicken. She's a little thin.
I would like to hang out with her just for a day.
With Miley.
You wouldn't remember. Y'all be high.
No, I wouldn't. I just want to be the
Be
guy.
so
I'd like
stoned.
to be the guy with the camera. This
You're
is-
already the guy with the binoculars.
This is more of Miley Cyrus than we've ever wanted to see. The pop star goes completely naked for the new issue of V magazine, and we're getting a glimpse of some rather racy Polaroids. Who does Polaroids? In the photo, the Wrecking Ball singer poses with her arm behind her head and nothing else besides a few soapy bubbles, and she smiles for the camera while she just about fully exposed. Miley also shared a sneak peek of her new pictorial with the mag via Instagram on Tuesday. This girl is just
I'm gonna go pull up her Instagram real quick and see what.
this girl is just. I think she would like to walk around nude all the time. I really do. I mean, I just
Here's what gets me is some of these folks started doing weird things because they weren't very talented. The problem is she's pretty talented. So what would be her reasoning for thinking that she has to do this and exploit so much? That's the Polaroid. So, what's the reason?
I wonder what her net worth
And
is.
she looks like a little boy in that picture. How sad is that?
That's gross looking.
You know what I mean? How sad is that? I look like I'm looking, and as bony as she is, it just looks like you're looking at some little dude in that Polaroid picture.
She's a little sex freak.
Like that.
I think she's a nympho. No.
If you didn't notice what was hanging out of the top of the bra, that still looks like a little dude.
Little man.
It's just weird, man.
I wouldn't know what a dude looked like in a bra and panties like that.
Well, you just saw a picture, you know?
Oh my gosh.
We need to ask him his opinion about the
Ask him who.
ask Dustin. Let's do this. So
Shit.
he's like, really? I gotta see this. Good Lord. Go ahead.
Just for fun.
Go ahead.
This phone. Leave it to this phone. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning.
What's happening?
Tulsa. Just calling real quick. Cancel that birthday.
Okay.
I just called her up. She was up all night. She was up all night with her sick son, so she's kind of out of it right now.
Yeah, you don't want to put her through the reamer.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. Well,
But,
thank you for the trying.
no problem. All right. Let y'all go.
All right. See you
brother.
later.
See you, man.
So,
Who's Kayla Cox?
rumor has it that Charlie Sheen has been spotted hanging out with a transgender who does porn. So here is pictures of who he's been hanging out with. And that is a dude. And you're lucky that these are the pictures that popped up, because
I don't want to see nothing naked.
earlier today, earlier yesterday, the pics were a lot more graphic. I threw it up yesterday, and Brian's face was like, what happened there?"
She's. It's hot till
Yeah, that ain't right.
it takes its pants
Till
off.
what?
It takes its pants off.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
Y'all know the Black Crow song, She Talks to Angels?
yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy made a remix of it. He said, she never mentioned she had a penis.
That's right.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I just wanted to get a reaction out of you because I thought that was too funny. That
That's gross. But I mean, I couldn't put it past Charlie Sheen.
that's what we said. It's like, hello, it's Charlie Sheen. How can you be like surprised at that point? I mean, we're
Well, let me ask you,
talking.
why hasn't what's his name with Vivid Entertainment come after Charlie Sheen for doing some porn stuff? I mean, he's the only one that could get away with doing porn with either whatever it is he had sex with, or and still
There you go.
be
There's your picture.
and still be cool.
That's a dude.
Oh, God.
That's Charlie. That's what Charlie Sheen's been hanging out with. That's just like, I can't wipe that out of my brain. Oh, so anyhow,
I'd rather look at pics of naked Miley Cyrus. Golly, man.
the only thing that's difference between those two is the tool, but the picture looks about like the same picture. She looks like a little boy right there. She looks like a 14-year-old boy standing up in the bathtub.
You know, the dude had bigger boobs than her.
Isn't that sad?
Oh, God.
Isn't that sad that a transgender porn star looks beefier than Miley? I'm sorry. I just had to go there. Oh, boiling chicken on a bone.
You're just not gonna let that go, are you?
No, it's too good. I keep making people gross out. Oh, my God. And see, there's the blonde-haired chick that Bill Cosby's getting accused from.
I can't believe that wasn't making people sick, though.
Which one?
The chicken on
Yeah,
the
you would think.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a disease. It's the rigor mortis that sets in. It's very, very, very.
It's like parasitic
Yeah.
decomposition.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because they tell you anytime that you're what is it, typhus and other stuff, they tell you got to make sure you always boil the water because you never know.
I don't mind. You got to say boil the water.
Well, I didn't mean it indicating boil the chicken, but I meant because they say all the parasites and everything that could be in the water if you're drinking from a stream or something. Brian. All right, let's shoot off to a commercial.
Okay.
Brian's not laughing.
Mm.
Again, it's like, come on, Brian. Come on.
God, Mike, shut up. Just go. Go.
And you were eating a chocolate-covered donut a little
Yeah,
while
no,
ago.
it's sitting on my stomach. I think it's boiling.
I'm just trying to say, you think the donut's boiling?
Yes.
I'm glad I ain't had nothing for breakfast. I'd probably lose it.
Yeah.
You want some chicken? We'll be right back, everybody.
Mm.
Not unless it's boiled.
It's got to be boiled chicken. Okay, you got a co-writer that she said fixing the call, so hopefully he'll call in.
Probably Eddie, I guess. She said he was listening.
All right, I'll answer it and we'll tell him just to hang on a second. Hello.
Good morning. It's Eddie Wilson from Nashville.
Yes, sir. Give us the second round commercial and
Okay.
about another 30 seconds and we'll come back in and we'll let Dustin say hello and all that stuff. Of course, our video still shows that you know, we have a video that runs, so everybody's still hearing you on video as well, but we'll go ahead and come back from commercial.
Sounds good.
So you can say hello.
What's going on, Eddie?
He's there.
Hey, Dustin Bragg.
What you up to, man?
I was just standing here looking down across the Leapers Creek Valley, wishing deer season was still open.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
He was just asking who was on the phone, so I was explaining
yeah.
it's your co-writer.
It's a co-writer friend of mine from Nashville.
And this is Eddie Wilson.
So you sitting there looking out over the valley wishing it was still deer season.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Going back live. And you introduce who it is, Dustin, when you come back. Make sure you introduce who you are as well. Because remember, it's all
Okay.
recording.
The bull chicken.
All right, we are back.
All right, am I on?
Yes, sir. You
All right,
ready?
sitting here with DJ Scotty and Brian and my good buddy Eddie Wilson called in on the phone. He's a co-writer friend of mine from Nashville, Tennessee. And what's going on this morning, Eddie?
Oh, it's all good. This is Eddie Wilson from Nashville. Good to hear your voice again, son.
Hey, man, good to talk to you. You ready to get together and write some music?
Yes, sir. Come on up.
I'll be up this weekend.
Got an idea.
I just threw out an idea too, but his momager just kept saying no, no, no,
Look.
and no.
Scott had this idea about sleeping with your cousin, and then her husband catches you.
And him jumping out the window and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, whoa.
What?
Wait a minute. Back up. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah,
You're
I-
sleeping with your cousin.
said-
That's what Scott said. He
And
said,
your
this is my
husband-
idea.
Yeah, I said he
Because
would
it happened last week to Scott.
Hold on. Let me step into this.
Wait a minute.
What in the hell are y'all
Pause.
talking about?
Pause. We were making the comment about how he woke up late and his mama had to kick him out of bed. And I said, hold on. I said, you need to write a song. And in the first part of the song, you need to be like, so I woke up this morning, my mama had to roll me out of bed, blah, 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 blah. And then about midway through the song, you need to bring up you woke up this morning laying in the bed with your cousin, and you woke up to the sound of the mud grips coming off the concrete, and you had to jump out the window. And
I'll tell you what, Scotty, the hell, I don't even know what I'm thinking. The cells that are circulating in that brain of yours in that head, I don't know where in the hell it comes from, but I'm a serial watcher and I don't think like that. What in the hell possessed you to say something like that?
I tell y'all
A
all the
song
time.
about you sleeping with your cousin and her husband comes home. So is this who is your
I told you he gets the ideas from life experience.
Real life experience.
This happened to
So,
Scott last week.
is the cousin on your mama's side, your daddy's side, or is the
She was just on her side.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
H.
Look at her
Christ.
face.
Jesus Christ. I tell you what, you got me with the chicken bull and God almighty, I can't eat. I can't even close my eyes and picture myself with another woman because I'm thinking about my cousin and her husband comes home and
Or what if your cousin's a lesbian? Then how would that song
Jesus
go?
Christ, son, you done that.
So you try to hook up with your cousin to turn her back straight, and her girlfriend comes home, who's a cop with a big nightstick and a gun.
I'm gonna have to write this down because you got me confused.
All right, Dustin, go back to the phone.
I'm not gonna pitch any of these ideas in a session, just so you
No,
know.
I don't think I'll ever make radio.
Yeah, I don't need to.
It'd make just for fun radio, that's for sure. That'd be not the only thing you could play it on.
You can play it on one of them stations like with that South douchebag Steve. I mean, all right, Dustin, go back to the phone call.
You
before
talking
I
about West
insult
Side
somebody.
douchebag?
Yeah, that's right.
West Side Steve?
South Side douche nugget. Yes,
Southside douche nugget.
he buys his hair the same place that Brett Michaels does.
Well, I guess that makes it good hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, so yeah, I'll be back up there this weekend, and we'll get together.
All right, man.
Now, Eddie,
Yeah,
how long you
we'll,
been writing, Eddie?
I've been at it probably about 17 years. I mean, pretty much all my whole life. My mom was a songwriter. She wrote with George Jones and Tammy Wynette,
Wow.
Stonewall Jackson. So, yep, I was around the Muscle Shoals area, and it just kind of gets in your blood.
And I guess
gotta
you
come
being in Nashville, you're in the right place for that. Now, let me ask you a question. Would somebody get to you for you to write a song for them? Do you have to go through some kind of process? Is it some kind of interview you do with them, or is it just you write and sell songs to anybody that just wants to buy your song?
Well, it's sort of a evaluation process. You know, you like with Dustin, you know, you see a guy with talent that's on his way up, and you want to write with him, and hopefully he'll take the songs up with him. And you know, because there's thousands of songwriters here. I mean, it's the field is flooded with it, so you have to kind of choose your battles, you know. And Dustin's definitely one of those that I see some future in. So that's kind of how it works.
I appreciate it, man.
And so, who else have you wrote songs for, Eddie?
That'd be written, sir.
Written.
Just say righted.
Right? Just say right.
So far, the biggest thing I've got going here is we're about to do something in Muscle Shoals, and the Alabama Tourism Board is going to use the song. And the actual Muscle Shoals swampers that you hear about in Sweet Home Alabama, you know, Muscle Shoals got swampers.
Mhm.
Swampers have been known to pick a song or two. Well, these guys are going to be producing it and playing on it along with Reggie Young. So I'm just honored to be part of that because I'm from down south of there. So it's like, oh man, that's just too cool.
Now, let me ask you this: being that you're in Nashville, do you ever go downtown and just go and hang out in some of the clubs and stuff and listen to some people that come in there to play?
Oh yeah, that's the greatest thing you can do in Nashville is to go hear some of the the big hit songwriters and listen to the stories of where the songs come from. To me, that's nectar right there. It's just good stuff.
And when you're going to listen to this, what are you looking for? What kind of things what are some key things that catch your eye and your interest in your ear?
Well, it's got to be real. I mean, it's got to be from the heart, and of course, great melody has to be there too. So that's all the things that Dustin and I, when we get together, we try to come up with a formula and have a great idea. Like the ripped page from the Bible. That's one. He wanted to write something heavy one day, and I was like, man, I got something heavy for you. So I told him the story about how I was dating my wife that I'm married to now, and we were headed to church one morning. I opened my Bible up, and I was like, man, I got a bunch of stuff in here. I need to clean this out. Well, it opened to the page of where I was married to my previous wife, matrimony page.
Not a
I had
cousin.
that ripped
It's
out
not a
for me.
cousin, right?
I was gonna say he's married to one cousin, and that was the other cousin. Dustin's rolling his eyes, going, "Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it!"
You're on just for fun. It's gonna be said.
Yeah, that was the first cousin, not the second cousin.
And if they live in another
But
zip
anyway.
code, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're out of state, it's a totally different thing.
Anyway, I threw that page in the garbage and I walked back into the bedroom. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. That's a country song right there. So I hung on to it. And then when Dustin and I got together, that's where that all came from. It's like, it's got a lot of life story, a lot of passion. And then we stuck that rockin' melody that Dustin came up with along with what I had, and it just grew.
And so now like you said, you've been doing this 17 years. Is there a particular song that you wrote that you really, really, really like, and that is the one that you love the most, the one that it's your favorite song that you've ever written?
Yeah, I guess it would be the one I just wrote for my wife. It's called "Wherever You Are, That's Where My Heart Will Be," because I poured everything I had into that, and sang it for the wedding, which was not easy because I looked at her, my vocal cords froze. I was like, "Ooh, I can't do that." Had to look away. So yeah, it's all about heart and soul, and that people feel that if you put everything you got into a song, then when they hear it, they'll paint their own pictures with it. But we try to paint and put everything in there, and then they develop it the way they want to when they hear it.
Wow. I did. And so, and you, like I say, it's, we talked about this, the other day that people writing songs, we've had Cheyenne Knight and Presley Amber Sullivan in here. And some of the stuff is like Cheyenne, some of the stuff that she wrote about was previous boyfriends. And, and it's just funny when you hear a 17, 18-year-old saying, I wrote this song from my life experiences, and she's only 18 years old. I'm in my 40s, and just to say, well, your life experiences, you haven't even experienced life. You just graduated high school. What life experiences? But it's just amazing that it was previous boyfriends that she was writing about that had hurt her or done something to her, and they were really, really good songs. And I guess it takes a lot of feeling and emotion. And I guess you'll probably wake up in the middle of the night with a song that just is in your head, and you have to get up and walk downstairs and start writing it down.
Absolutely. I've gotten up several times at 3 a.m. Be laying there, and like one time I heard this song in my sleep that it was called "Mom, You've Already Earned Your Wings," and Alan Jackson was singing it. And I listened to it for a little bit, and I was like, "Oh my God, I've never heard this song." So I jumped up, ran and wrote it down. So you never know, and a lot of it I think is truly handed down. And it's just amazing where some of it comes from, and so I believe in that.
Yeah, because I know, like I said, a lot of the songs that are written, it comes from the heart and
it's life experiences. Like I've tried to help my cousin Michael Almond. I've helped him write a couple of songs. He never went anywhere with it. Like we were at a George Strait concert at the Gwinnett Arena, and my cousin Michael was right in the middle of a divorce. Been drinking. We'd been, and at the time I was doing a lot of singing with other people and doing karaoke stuff. And, he kept playing with his ring on his finger, and we're sitting in a box seat right over everything. And, we wrote a song on a napkin, and it's called "It Began with a Fling of the Ring." And it was all about how he decided, I'm going forward. I can't keep sitting here spinning my tires in the mud. He actually took his ring off and just chunked it right in the middle of the concert. So some poor guy got hit somewhere in the head with a little thin gold wedding ring. But that's what started it all, is we were just sitting there having a good time.
There's a fling of the ring.
Yeah.
Fling of the ring.
Eminem.
That's a great picture right there. I've got one called "A Good Place for a Bad Love to Die" that I kind of drew on that same kind of thing from a divorce. And at the end of the song, the guy is out in the desert, sitting around the campfire trying to get away from all the hurt and the pain. And at the end of it, he's in an old Cadillac ragtop, and he hits the Arizona highway, and he's doing 105 when he hits that sign. Just gets this picture of a wedding ring making a dent in the sign.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I have great ideas. It's trying to get it from it's kind of like me building this radio station. I have an idea of where I want to go. I just don't know how to get there. And it's the same way. I can sit here and tell people. I've been pitching some ideas to Dustin already of some songs, and not the cousin one. That was a joke of us on air. But I've got all these great ideas. It's just I need somebody that's willing to put pen to paper, and take these ideas and go with it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah.
It's the hardest thing in the world because, number one, like we've talked about, you got to draw on real experiences. But it's just like if you're writing a book. I could write a book about nuclear submarines, and everybody that knows anything about it, you don't know crap.
Right.
Because the realism's not there. It's not true. So, and then we got to compact it down into 3 or 3.5 minutes too. So
that's right.
It's really exposing quickly whether or not you know what you're talking about.
That's right. Which, as we're saying this, I just had another idea. Sorry, this is how it goes.
he,
Here we go.
he jumps out. He jumps the pen and paper real quick. He starts writing stuff down. I didn't know what he was fixing to do.
Well, it's like I pulled up something a minute ago to show Dustin before he leaves, because I got a buddy who used to be here, and he had a band called the Blue Guru, and they played a little of everything kind of music, you know, and they were all written, and his name's Ben, and I shot Ben over some poems that I wrote, and he says, "Holy cow," and he shoots it back to me, and he's got it written, and he plays acoustic, so he's got it written so that it tells you what chord to I guess y'all guitar guys know, and it's kind of cool, so I was going to let Dustin read that, but it's kind of cool that when you have a guy that's written so many cool songs, and he's like, "Oh my God, what you just wrote, I want." So, I mean, it's just kind of cool.
Yeah, there's just one step really between poetry and songwriting, and that's, you know, laying the music to it, putting the melody there.
Yeah. And see, with me, I just get in these places when I slow down where all that comes to my mind. And some people have read my stuff and go, you know, that's kind of a little Alice in Chains kind of thinking. And I'm like, I was just in the mood. I was in that place when I wrote it. And
in the zone.
Yeah, man, you know, you just kind of go with it. So I spent like 6 months where I didn't do nothing but write. I probably got like, I don't know, 15, 20 things that I wrote in 6 months. So that was like, 09 or something like that. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, that song that John Michael Montgomery had about the little girl and her parents ended up killing each other way back. Harley Alden wrote that song. His brother gave him a poem, and that's where he drew off that story and wrote that song. So,
right,
you know, it's definitely, if it's in the poem and it's got heart and soul and a good story, yeah, you can roll it right in there.
Oh yeah.
So I would say that probably 95% of music that's written is written from somebody's life experience or something.
Or you're like hip hop. Somebody just comes up with a good beat and says, I got to call Lil Wayne, get him on the Robitussin trip. We got to put some lyrics to this.
Get him on a Robitussin trip.
But first, let's ride by my cousin's house and shoot it up.
Exactly.
But first, we got to go see somebody because we finna do some stuff.
Yeah. It's like I looked the other day because there was one song about 2 years ago. It was called the EBT song. And it was a gag song. It was a joke. Now there's like 20 about EBT. And I researched trying to find this one song. And there's this one black girl. And she actually can sing pretty good and rap pretty good. And in the video, it's all about how you can go down to Crimshaw and get your weed. You can go to this road to get your liquor. You can go to this road to get your car worked on. And she's bragging about how EBT is accepted in all these places in California. And I'm thinking, it's a catchy tune, but holy cow, who really wants to know that EBT can be used to go get your nails did? I'm just saying.
Yes, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, information that we didn't need to hear. If it's a secret, keep it a secret. We don't want to know. So anyways. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, and I look forward to hearing how you and Dustin make out this weekend. And I don't look at me that way, Brian.
We're not making out.
I don't. How the
Brian,
songwriting makes out this weekend.
We'll tell you about the songwriting.
Thank you. Tell me, fill me in. Come Monday.
That was the Brian looking at Timmy.
Oh my God.
Me, Timmy.
Yeah. So, Timmy, you don't like country guys.
It's weird how he's so many different people, and then he'll look at you, and you don't know which one he is at the time, so it freaks you out.
You don't know how to answer him, right?
You don't know which one you're talking to.
That's right. Well, thanks for calling in, and yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I had one more title I'm going to throw at you.
No, go ahead.
I know. I had another divorce song I wrote about my ex-wife. You'll love this title. It's like, I hope my Alzheimer's kicks in early so I can forget about you.
Oh my
God. Listen, how about this? Because that's funny that you just said that. So my hearing is kind of shot. You know, too many years of construction, too many years of, you know, impact guns, to shooting real guns, you know, stereo systems. So I look at my wife, and I have 2 teenage daughters and now a grandbaby that live in my house. So my house is women and a female dog that thinks she's one of them. And it's like, and I look at my wife and go, God, I can't wait till I go deaf. And she just looks at me, and I'm like, my hearing's already shot, but eventually I'll just be able to do like my grandfather used to do and take my finger and just turn the hearing aid off and don't even hear any of it.
You could be plotting to kill me and I wouldn't hear you.
Guys, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, man.
Get up
Thanks.
to Nashville, come see us.
Yeah, we might just have to do that one day. We'll just have to jump in in the minivan. Tell Dustin, hop in the back, go to sleep. Let's go.
We need to jump in that ragtop Cadillac, the rip roof right up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for
All right,
calling
guys.
in. We hope to hear from you again soon.
Good talking to you, Eddie. See you
Yes,
this weekend,
sir.
brother.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, sir. I'll give you the number. Hold on. Clear. Haven't paid the bill this month. And it's trying to remind me that I need to pay the bill.
Ding.
Yeah.
Please pay your bill.
It does that. It's a Metro PCS.
Ding.
I have AT&T from a personal phone, but the good thing about this
This first one right here?
yeah, the top one, the Metro phone is I can get unlimited download of music. So if I'm at a wedding and I don't have internet, I plug the phone in, I can download whatever I need. It might take a few minutes, but a few minutes is better than nothing. So, it is what it is. All right, let's shoot off to commercial. I know we overtalked
He said
just a
shoot
little.
off.
The mind of a 14-year-old is somewhere
What did he say?
trapped in this grown man's body.
He said shoot off.
Yes, he said shoot off. I mean, he's making fun of me saying shoot off. Goober, goober, goober.
Man, that's what I thought you were gonna say. He's like the what did he say just a second ago? The what band? The
I don't know.
something goo band.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I didn't
You
hear-
said your cousin or your friend has songs and
Oh, the Michael Almond band. He's got it.
you said the something goo.
Oh, I have no idea.
I didn't hear it.
It's probably better that we don't remember what just came out of my mouth. Here's the thing too. When I'm in the show and I'm being funny, I'm kind of in the zone. I'm not. You don't talk business at the beginning of the show. You don't talk business in the middle of the show. I'm in my zone, and I got into a little bit of a cuss match with a guy yesterday over a phone because he said that he called me on the show phone 2 weeks ago. On the show phone, he calls and
that's for
yes, I know.
that's for
I'm going there. So then it was like, well, you said you was gonna call me back. I'm like, come on, dude. It's how many times did you call during the show? And I said we thought it was a gag. I didn't think about calling you back. I apologize. But the last thing that this dude said, I'm on my way to Harley, and I'll call you after the meeting because it involved me. So I'm like, well, then you call me when you get done with that meeting. You can't call while I'm doing this and expect to talk about anything legit because I got way too much going on to be trying to be legit right now. Too legit. Okay, sorry. All right, we're going to shoot off the commercial. We'll be right back, everybody. I was trying to find a song that I can't seem to find right now. Anyways, we'll be right back, everybody.
I just still let the bodies hit the floor.
I know,
The
I was
girl
trying to find
floating
it.
in the tank.
I couldn't find it. Bodies hit the floor. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, but it's the video.
What all tattoo shops do y'all advertise for?
Now or never,
That's it.
which is the best.
I know,
Absolutely.
but you can't just walk in and get a tattoo done there either. They got
They
their.
got walk-ins a lot.
I
There's
thought
certain days.
I've just heard there was a slam. You couldn't hardly get a
Dude,
tattoo
they got
done there.
walk-in days. We'll talk about that when we go back. But yeah, they got walk-in days. You can just walk right in there. Now, if you want Chris Huff, the dude, then you make an
Yeah.
appointment. But I mean, come on, if you want the dude that's like the #1 guy in the state, then you're gonna make an appointment anyway.
Right. I want a tattoo, but I want to get some good ink. I don't want.
You can go to Andy Cagle. He does a lot of walk-ins. Andy, I want something by Andy. Mike Petrowski,
Andy,
any of them.
is he an ink wizard?
All of them are now and ever. Huff was at Pink Wizard.
Yeah.
That's where he got his start. I mean, that's where he became almost like a god in the ink world. But he's incredible. Dude, he did that and he freehanded. He just started drawing. I told him what I wanted to cover up what was there. Like that was an arrowhead. And he was just like, went at it, man. It was awesome. Mike Petrowski, insanely good work. Yeah, man, just stop in there. Grant, he's one of the owners. He works the front counter. 90% of the time. And Andy, if you lean into the counter to talk to Grant, Andy's right there at the first table. Hunting, fishing stuff, Andy's the man. You need to meet. You like to fish?
Not as much as I like bow hunting or something like that. So I would.
You need to meet up with Andy to go with us one night. We go catfishing where you're catching, catfish.
Yeah, I'd do that.
We're supposed to go one night. To,
Did you ever see some of the catfish we caught on the river? We caught Oh, we're still live right now.
The cameras are
Yeah,
always running.
Jacob just messaged me and said, my bro Tommy in Tennessee for some good ink. He said top notch, and I was trying to figure out are we on air or not, but yeah.
He's a stalker. Check up the go road.
Speaking of, I need to get that other microphone kind of back up in service. At least this way, the anything that happens in the room can still be heard on camera when we go to commercial. So like that right there. Can't get that one at work. Hear it? Headphones. You heard that? Heard it in my headphones, yeah. I can't see, it's not playing up here though. You should hear it really good now.
Yeah, very
but
clear.
See, that's going to the station, so I never need that. I just have it playing in the background, so that it's on the computer. I mean, on the video. In other words, right now if we're on the mics, they can hear everything on camera. And then I usually kick that mic on, so if you're walking around, they can still hear you. Woo! Yeah, I've been my daughter's wanting to get another tattoo, so I was trying to explain to her that she got Mike P last time, so I'm like, either get Chris or Andy the next time. I mean, there's other people up there that are freaking awesome. So it's not just those guys. It's just those are the ones I know the most.
You remember y'all were auctioning off. It was like a $150 gift card or something like that for ink at
Wait, where?
I think it was at
On the Square Covington?
Yeah, when we were on the
when we were doing the auctions.
Yeah. And we got up to like $50 or something like that, and the guy across the road was like $100, and I was like, why are you gonna pay? Why are you gonna pay the same
let's go
thing?
back live real quick. All right, we were just sitting here talking about auctioning off stuff. Well, because the biggest thing is it's all for charity.
Right.
So we were talking about somebody,
which is what my thought
Right.
on it was. So
we had a $50 gift card for a tattoo, whatever, and it went up to like $100 on the bid. And he's like, why would you do that? But at the same time, it's all for charity.
right.
Look, I have seen a $15 emergency air pump that comes in the little box that you keep on your motorcycle. I mean, I've seen those things go for $75, $100. And the thing is I make the joke to people, when we used to do these auctions and people, you see people in the audience going, you're paying $50 for something I can get at Walmart for 10. I got that, but we're also there for charity. But the cool thing is when I'm doing it, I'm making jokes. I'm like, and the first one of you that gets drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning with no tire pump would be saying the words, I'd give somebody $100 for a pump right now if I had a pump. Here's your chance.
Yep.
I used to do that with those little $10 Taiwan socket sets.
Go ahead and prevent it now and go ahead and do
That's
it.
right. Those little socket sets, man, we used to auction them off and get up to like $60 for them. Because I would make the joke. At 3 o'clock in the morning on your way home, you would give me $200 for this piece of crap Taiwan socket set. that you never remember to buy when you're in Walmart, but you can get it right now, and all this money goes for charity.
Instead
And
of
they'll
Walmart.
buy it. They'll buy it in a heartbeat because it's right then and there. It's in their face. Kind of like Bill Cosby and that pill.
She's all up in my face, in my face.
Where were we? We'd went to break, and we were on a topic, and I can't remember where we were.
Tattoo.
Oh, yes. I was saying you can go up there. Dustin was sitting here talking about getting a tattoo, and I said, just walk in an hour and ever. And he said that, he had heard, rumor had it, that you don't just do walk-ins, that you got to call. And I said, well, if you want Chris Huff, then, you may want to, if you want Chris, then it's not a big deal for you to want to go ahead and call and get you an appointment. But they have walk-ins. Like Andy works whatever Tuesdays or whatever days are his days. Because usually when you get closer to payday is when stuff starts really booking, But usually that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of attitude, you can just go up in there and walk right in and get something. So it just depends on what you want, Depends on what you want. You want something like
A bull and
some
chicken.
Indians, some hunting tattoos. Andy Cagle can do a little of everything. But you want to get into hunting, fishing type stuff, he is better at that than the other artists because that's kind of what he's into. He's just really good at it.
I want like a tribal wrap with like a deer on one side and then a hog coming out the other.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Like just like a hog head with the
Mhm.
tusks and everything, and then have just a monster 8-pointer.
You could kind of draw something up or take a couple of different pictures that you want it to look like to blend together and just go up there and see him. And then if you want to go fishing, talk to Andy, boy. That son of a gun knows where all the big fish are. So
You've told me that before.
Dude,
before
he
today.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. I keep saying I need to share it, but Andy has a site that I'm trying to help him push a little bit more. And for some reason, I can't remember what it was. Just because I know I'm in the show and my brain's pumped full of what we're doing right now. But he takes people out to go fishing, and he's doing such a great job on it. And I told him I wanted to try to help him kind of get it pumped a little more. And again, I can't believe right now, as I'm trying to think of what it is why I'm forgetting it, of course. But too much going on.
Guided fishing trips.
Yeah, guided fishing trips. He was doing an insane deal on the Christmas break that he was charging like it was $100 or $200 for a gift card for Christmas, and it would be he would take you to any lake you wanted to go fish, but most time you're gonna look at him and go, "Take me where the big ones are." I mean, literally. But he'll take you to whatever lake you want to go to. I would prefer to say, "Hey, take me to where the big ones are." I want to go there. I would ask Ronnie
like
that if
Oconee
I was
and
looking for big
Sinclair.
strippers. So,
Big strippers.
but yeah, he knows exactly where all of them are. So, but the good thing is you didn't have to use it right now. It was good for 6 months. So, I mean, and you would have got it for basically half price for an all-night fishing little expedition.
DJ Scotty, I'd like to go fishing sometime.
Would you now?
Yes, I'd always wanted to go fishing here in America. We don't have fishing lakes. We don't have lakes in Pakistan. Well, we do, but you can't.
Y'all
fish
go
in-
scorpion fishing in the desert,
No,
right?
no. You can't fish in the lakes. We bathe in them. A lot of the family used to the poor. They don't have the running water. They bathe in it.
So the water would just taste like Mexican water then.
No. It tastes like right guard.
Right, Guard?
Yes.
Right,
So-
Gordon?
So it wasn't no secret.
No.
So
That's
you're saying
when-
the water
that's when-
tastes like Right, Gordon?
Yes, because we do wear
Smelled
deodorant,
like Axe, tastes like Right Guard.
but it's not a secret.
It is not a secret.
Probably better than decomposing body though.
It is very. That's very.
Well,
nasty.
at least with the funky taint smell, you might have more of the. Look
You
at
know,
the look on
DJ,
his
that
face.
just goes to show you right there how stupid people are. Of course, the water. I've been sitting there listening to the show this morning, and I've been sitting and I was writing some notes down. Some of the things I come down to is, first of all, if a body's been in some water for 11 months, the body's going to start to decay, correct?
Yes, it should.
And then the blood will come out its orifices, the ears, the nose, the mouth,
Right.
the eyes, whatever. But the water should have been tasting brown, or when you put it in a glass, it should have been brown.
Well, like I said, does it depends on, was this the filtration system the body was in, or does it still pass through another filtration system before it gets to the body?
Yeah,
I mean, gets to the faucet.
but no.
I hope it went through another filtration
Yeah,
system.
but the filtration system doesn't change the color. It just
Well, hold
filters
on,
out
hold
the
on.
stuff.
It sort of like I was in DeKalb County back in years and years ago when they were widening Wesley Chapel Road, and some people that worked with the county came out, and because the water mains kept getting snatched apart, they were going door to door to kind of explain to people what was going on, and they showed us a filter that you could put on, because in theory, your tap water, there's two chemicals that get thrown in there to make it be clear. Like there's one that takes away the color that makes it white though instead of a tan color, but then there's another color that clears it up. That's like the chlorine, but then there's like another chemical that kills the taste of the chlorine. So there's several chemicals in there. But if you removed a lot of the chemicals, the water would look
Tainted?
tan-ish,
Mm.
like a lemonade
like a dead,
with a darker color.
like a dead body in the filtration system.
Well, she was Mexican. It
Like
should look
boiling
round,
chicken.
like boiled chicken.
Oh god.
That's about it. I'd better go back over to the other chair. 'Cause
Why did you bring this topic back up?
But I just wanted to bring up my opinion. I thought my opinion mattered, but obviously
Go back to your Dairy Queens
I didn't go back over here and sit down.
on your rug. So, are you Muslim?
No,
What do you worship?
I'm American. I worship Jesus Christ
Okay, I was just making sure. I didn't know.
and not the redneck.
I didn't know. I just didn't. I thought,
Jesus
I thought I
Christ
would
is
ask.
the Almighty. He is the man. He's the myth. He's the legend.
No, that's Ric Flair.
No, that's Elvis Presley too.
Okay. Ah,
Yeah, I
what a
liked,
day.
I liked it when he sang Blue Suede Shoes. Him and that Roy Orbison.
Yours would be more like brown tan moccasins, right?
No, that camel
Camel,
camel hide.
camel hide, huh?
Camel moccasins.
Oh my God, I can't win here. It just keeps going down the deep end of this watered fountain.
Quit talking about water.
I know, right? I'm thirsty. Hold on, let me get a sip of this.
Oh,
Look, this represents blood.
oh my God.
It's got. I put some Mio in there, and it's a little
right.
reddish.
I was gonna ask what you had that represented blood.
Yeah,
Can you open that up? That
10 o'clock
that
in the
little
morning.
that little news
my
tidbit
wife
right there.
posted this yesterday, or last night.
Oh, Crystal did.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
So
I
read
want to.
that.
I want to read this.
Go for it.
12 special qualities a woman has that mean you should never let her go.
She cooks.
Every once in a while, on a very rare occasion, we meet the woman of our dreams. It's always unexpected and almost never convenient point in our lives, but she appears nonetheless and changes your life forever. The dynamic between a man and a woman have been gradually changing for the past few decades, but the essence of partnership basically remains the same. We are designed by nature in that way that allows two such opposites to join and make a whole. Finding your other half in a journey of its own is usually a grueling and one at that. If you are lucky enough to find that woman, the rare sunflower growing on a barren desert, then do right by yourself and hold on to her as tightly as you can. Never let her go. All right, number one, she's smarter than you. Every man needs a smarter woman to help him get through life in one piece.
And don't let this crap go to your head.
Yeah, they say that behind
We let you believe that.
Yes, but they say behind every great man is a greater woman. They aren't lying. Without a woman, a man is little more than an ego trip.
He's two broke mountain cowboys is what he is.
Enter a smart woman into his life, and suddenly the ego has purpose and direction and the wisdom not to screw everything up. Number two, she's beautiful. Beauty lies in the beholder. And as long as
The
you
beer
find her-
holder, fool. Beer, they misspelled that. That's supposed to be
Beauty
that's
lies in the
missing,
beer holder.
yeah, that's missing two other letters, man.
Oh, I got to write.
as
something
the
down.
beauty lies in the eyes of the beer holder. As long as you find her to be incredibly beautiful, according to your definition, then she's worth holding on to.
Drink her hot. Drink her hot.
Drink her while she's hot. I feel that these days we have those that put too much emphasis on beauty, and then those that are rebelling against the concept and giving a little to no importance to beauty. Beauty is something that has been revealed upon since humans had eyes. It's not something that we should be ashamed of, but rather something we should learn to appreciate properly. And number 3, she's kind of nurturing. That means she's lactating.
Oh my God.
Good
It says
people.
she's kind and nurturing, not kind of nurturing.
The good people are kind people. If she isn't kind, then she isn't worthy of taking a part of your life. Being a woman, being nurturing is very important as well. Some people may not want children. In some relationships, the man may be more nurturing than the woman. Nevertheless, women are born with it or develop maternal instincts with age. If you wish to one day start a family, then you want to be sure you find a woman who wants to be as suited to become a mother, not a meth head.
Yes. That'd be a
Mother?
different kind of mother.
A mether?
Yes.
Number 4, she's vivacious. Life gets difficult from time to time. It can't get boring and monotonous just as well, but women weren't created to entertain men. If anything, it's probably the other way around. But having a woman who is lively, energetic, and hungry for adventure will add a dynamic to your life that will only make you happier. Number 5, she loves you with all her heart.
Oh my God.
This is by far the most important quality any woman can have. Number 5. When a woman loves you, she loves you with her entire soul. It's not the same. It's not the same sort of love that men experience. Men always will be more energetic than egocentric, than women. Women, on the other hand, have the uncanny ability to devote themselves entirely to the persons they love. If you find a woman that truly loves you, then you found the greatest gift in the universe. Number 6.
I have the power. Sorry, that was T-Man.
Number 6, she's willing to make a compromise. That means that you get to go hunting and fishing.
That's what I'm talking about.
People are stubborn, both male and female alike. We like things the way we like them and aren't especially open to making changes we don't deem necessary to make. However, relationships require making compromises. It's just the way things have to work if you want to work. Finding a woman who will make compromises is only half the battle. However, you're going to have to make them just as well. So that means if you go fishing, you go hunting, she goes shopping.
I try to say that I don't ever go anywhere that my wife can't go. So I try to always make that a habit. But
I
then,
feel the same way.
but then at the same time, if I know, like I offer, hey, you want to go with me to go do this wedding? She's like, no, you're working. I don't want to cramp your style.
Good. Thank you.
Well, I know I'm stuck there for 5 hours. I know she's going to be bored, so I don't pressure her to do things like that.
Number 7, she feels like home. Being in love, deeply in love, is like finding your place in the world. You're home
Are you
for the
okay?
first time in your life.
Damn boiling
Choking,
chicken.
he's starting to cry.
It's knowing that you're in exactly where you ought to be, and there is nowhere in the world you'd rather be. And if you look
Did you
into
just
her
sneeze?
and into her eyes and see your soul reflected in them, then you're home.
A
Don't ever
woman
leave.
wher this.
Yeah. If
No
you
guy
look into
wrote
her
this.
eyes and you see your
Hey
soul
girl,
reflected,
wrote this.
Yeah.
Or a gay man.
if you look in her eyes and you see your soul reflected in her eyes, she took it. You're dead.
She
She took your soul.
took your soul. It's her.
You're
now.
dead.
It's your wallet she took, dude.
Number 8, she is more than happy to tell you when you're wrong.
That should
Why don't
be-
you read all this in your gay voice?
that should be like that right there. Number 8 should be number 3, number 7, number 10.
Every man needs a woman who will call him on his sheet. Guys have an uncanny ability to make poor decisions and do stupid things. Only when you're drinking beer. Finding a woman who will keep you on track and tell you when you're wrong can very well make or break your life.
Yeah, it can definitely break. I'm just
Number 9, she is a strong but feminine.
She wears secret.
Yes.
All
All people have a slightly different taste for women they are attracted to, but they are all a combination of strength and femininity. A strong woman is a partner every man needs. Yeah, well,
I can kind of agree to that one.
a feminine woman is a woman. The two aren't opposites. In fact, they are often one and the same. Yeah, what's her name that Charlie Sheen was dating?
Kayla Cox.
That's it. When found in a woman
That's spelled COXX. I don't want anybody to think I was being perverted.
when
Taylor's Cox.
Just saying.
when found in a woman that knows how to hold her her ground and be proud of who she
Oh,
is.
no, you didn't.
It's
It just slipped.
Typo.
Typo.
yes.
Femininity.
Yeah.
Feed men.
Keep going.
A woman
keep
who
going.
feeds men.
Shush. Keep going.
Number 10, she's passionate. Oh God.
With her femininity.
A file filled with passion.
It's like the main show
Excuse
today.
me. A life filled with passion in a life worth living. But living a life of passion alone is basically impossible. Passion exists between two living things, usually in some way or another between two individuals. Well, I hope so, unless it's your cousin. The beauty of passion is that it's rather contagious. It's the world's most
Like poison
revered
ivy.
pathogen. Number 11.
I thought there was only 10. I guess shows what I know.
Number 11. She's driven.
She's driving. If she's
It's
driving, I'm
crazy.
getting out of the car.
I understand that some men want women to be stay-at-home wives, and I also understand that there are plenty of women who want the very same. This sort of woman isn't for me, but clearly some people are looking for just this. This sounds like it was wrote by a man, this right here.
This sounds like a man that was in trouble and he's kissing his wife's butt.
Yeah, nevertheless, you still want a woman that is driven or driving. If she wants to stay at home, cook, clean, and take care of children, then make sure she's kind of a woman that wants to be the stay-at-home mom she could possibly be. Without drive, there's no purpose. And make sure your cousin's not coming over to make out with her while you're at work.
That's right.
This is either a girl that wrote this or he cheated on his wife.
Wait till you see number 13 though. Keep going.
Number 12, she means the world to you.
Oh.
Can I read this one, Scotty?
Yes, I would prefer Timmy to read this one.
Sometimes when you love a person,
Try not to cry.
I'm sorry. Sometimes when you love a person beyond imagination and we aren't sure why. To be truthful, you don't really need a reason. If you love him and you can't imagine
That says
your
her.
life, I know it, but I'm changing it. And if
That's
you can't
ridiculous
live
right there.
without him,
That says her.
then don't allow yourself to lose him.
Her.
Her.
If he means that much to you,
She.
then understand that he means that
See?
much to you. Too often people don't realize that the other person means, Scotty, I love you.
Oh, shut up.
We always think that there will be another chance, and there's another chance for you, Scotty. I'm not giving up on you. That it's possible that the two of us will one day reconnect.
You're making a joke.
Maybe. But the opposite is also true, Scotty. You may have lost me forever.
It says lose her
You
forever.
may suffer for years and years because you won't reach up and turn the handle.
That's not what that says.
But let
Okay.
go of the most important thing in your life. And don't take the risk and lose me again, Scotty.
All right. And number 13. This all could be true in the real world.
Let me read this one. Like your daily. Much to you, too often people don't realize what the other person means to them until they lost them. We always think that there will be another chance. That is possible that two of you will one day reconnect. Reconnect. Maybe, but the opposite is also true. You may have lost her forever, or Timmy. You may suffer for years with a gonorrhea or jockey or
Not
whatever,
what that says.
and years because you let go of the most important thing in your life. Don't take the risk. You know that, Ron?
That says don't go swimming in the deep end. That's what that says.
That brought a tear to my eye. I need to go find my binoculars.
Oh my God. Now, some of that's true. Some of it was a little far-fetched and sounds like something you'd read on Plenty of Fish.
Some of it was a horse's ass.
Plenty of fish.
Yeah. You're single. You should go to Plenty of Fish to find you a girl.
Oh my God.
Hadn't tried that one yet.
It's free. It's better than
The women-
Craig's.
Whoa.
Better than
The women are
Craigslist.
free?
Well, you'd still have to buy them dinner.
No, hell.
It's better than you surfing Craigslist.
Well, Craigslist, they have a pictures. Does Plenty of Fish have pictures? Or you have to kind of guess from their description.
Say that one more time.
Craigslist has a picture of them. So do you have to kind of...
No, Plenty of Fish has pictures.
You gotta buy them on Craigslist though, don't you?
In theory, it's no exchange of money. In theory.
In theory.
There's supposed to be no exchange of money.
So
until that first date, they steal your wallet.
If you leave the money on the dresser, is that an exchange of money?
Yeah.
It's a question that only guys from Craigslist can
Yeah.
answer.
No, officer.
We
I
need to
did
interview.
not pay her. I left the money on the counter. She took it.
We need to interview somebody that has and will admit to having
Sexual relations.
sexual relations due to payment. I would just love to interview somebody.
Well, every one of us in this room has had that.
There's a difference. When I take her to Taco Bell
I
or
don't think
McDonald's,
so.
that's not the same. I mean, when I give a girl a taco, it's not the same as a dollar bill.
Or you take her taco.
Shut up, fool. I'm just saying, it's a question that I would just love to talk to a guy to explain, why you are doing what you're doing. I mean,
Let's
Well,
go.
what is it you want to know, Scott?
well, can you tell me that, Miss Kathy? Are you still listening?
I guarantee you she is, just to see if I say anything stupid.
I would love to talk to a guy and let him explain why he would rather pay prostitutes than try to actually have a real life. I mean, some people look at it as the fantasy stuff,
Like Charlie Sheen.
Oh my God.
Because he was watching transvestite porn.
Hey,
That
You
was
know,
funny.
the crazy thing is if you live with a porn star, and remember he had like two living there at one time before. So if you're living with porn stars, what makes you go to that level? Does that make
Sleep
sense?
with porn stars or to have sex
Well,
with them?
no, he was living with a porn star that caught him watching transy porn. So the question is, if you're into porn and you're living with porn stars and you're already living this crazy life, what made you go that far? But then again, if you're already living with porn stars, living that crazy life, then why is it a surprise that he's going one step further?
Mhm.
If that made any sense.
It did, but at the same, that's just gross, man. I can't even.
Can't figure it out.
That'd be like living with a guy who makes meth every day and drinks beer and smokes pot. You know what I mean?
Hold on, drinking beer and smoking pot.
What are you trying to say?
What? You said he went from making meth to drinking beer and smoking pot. Those are two completely different
That's
things.
what I'm saying. Somebody that sits around and makes meth in a bathtub every day, but all he does is drink beer and smokes pot.
So he's not doing the meth; he's selling the meth.
Yeah, he's selling the meth. Yeah.
Okay. So look, we're gonna shoot off the commercial, and we're gonna set Dustin up to play one of his songs real quick. Everybody, hang tight. We'll be back here in just a few seconds.
We're gonna sing.
Like he gonna play. I'm like, you can.
We're gonna play the Dustin got caught kissing the cousin when the husband pulled the brother-in-law.
And play it with the music like Grandma got ran over. Oh, or I caught Mama kissing Santa Claus.
No, Dustin. I got caught kissing my cousin when my brother-in-law pulled up. When her husband, my brother-in-law, pulled up.
When his brother-in-law pulled up on Christmas Eve. I thought we was exchanging gifts, not tongue.
It isn't there.
Y'all want to play Titties and Beer?
Yes.
I played that white T-shirt in the rain yesterday. That was a good one.
Titties and beer, titties and beer, titties and beer, titties and beer.
Now you know you're still alive.
Yeah.
Your mom's like,
I do.
God Almighty, Jesus.
I do that.
Playing that song again. I
Look.
took that off the rotation. Here, you go.
I play that song live.
You can play it. You can sing it. Boobies and beer.
Boobies
Boobies and beer.
Little boobies and beer. Just gonna pick up everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, to pick up this, and I'll rotate this over to
The boobies and beer. To have some big old boobies and beer. You got to come forward a little bit more. She was touching my weenie when I walked in.
It's his song.
Touching my
I
weenie
can't remember any of them.
in my bed. Touching my weenie with my hand. He is my best friend.
Sorry, whoever's watching.
Y'all need a TV screen back there too, so I can see.
Look, I put that one up yesterday because originally
You
it
can,
was.
you can turn and look at yourself.
Look, if I look real quick.
No, but originally I had the small one in here because this is where the keyboard is for that. But then I said I'm gonna move it up here so I can see it better. But what I'm gonna end up doing is mounting it up on the grid, I guess. I'll take this one back, put it over there, and mount it on the grid. It was right here, but the catch is I'm fixing to have to take the video off of that computer and put it on this one. So we're probably gonna have video back right there, anyways, before it's over with. All right, Jacob, you're going to have to let us know, as usual, if you can hear the guitar. Make sure you say that to the mic.
Jacob, can you hear the guitar? Go ahead and play some chords there. Boobies and beer. She walked in with her boobies and a beer.
Hopefully, Jacob will give us
I can't believe her nipples were poking out that bra. That sounds good. Boobies and beer. I want to touch a
I don't
boobie.
enjoy y'all talking about boiling chicken.
You know her name's spelled with a K, right?
I know. Don't. Thanks for pointing that out again. She's already said that to me one time. I just had to change it in my phone.
Boobies and beer.
And it's on mic and on camera. So now she's going to be like, really? I thought we already clarified this.
He said, no, I can barely hear it.
Hear what?
Hear what, Jacob? I'm sure he's talking about the guitar. Yeah, there it is. Boobies and beer. I like fishing at the lake with boobies and beer.
Can I wear these headphones, Scott? Or?
Yeah, if you want to hear yourself.
It helps.
I was going to say, here, let's go this way so it's not in your way.
Boobies and beer. She had some big old
Who's
damn
got a right
boobies
and
and beer.
It don't matter, really.
Check.
Do a mic check, Jacob says.
Check.
So we need to know how voice is and how guitar is.
Go ahead and play and sing a little bit.
Fix the live.
So we're not live right this second.
Well, video, but not radio.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah, I knew we were live on
Yeah.
video.
All right, go ahead. We're doing a mic check with you. Go ahead and
I
start
want to
singing.
make sure you're right so that we can go live.
Well, I've heard those city singers singing about how they can love deeper than the ocean, higher than the stars above. I can hear myself good. Does that mean everybody else can hear me?
Going out to the radio should. All right, Ryan, tell everybody we're back.
All right, we're back live. Brian stepped out. He had to go to the little boy's room, and we're gonna have Dustin's gonna join us a little bit. And he's gonna sing a couple of songs, and we're gonna do a little. We didn't get our mic check in. You want to still do a mic check?
Check.
but I see visually he's looking good on the radio going out. Strum your guitar one time. Oh yeah, you're loud going out.
Check. If anything, I feel like you can make the mic a little hotter and turn the guitar down.
I'm gonna go check it just as well. Start explaining what your song's about.
Well, this is I guess from the first co-write that I had in Nashville, and it was with a good buddy of mine named Bernie Nelson, and the song's called "One Way Ticket Home." It's been released on iTunes, so it's available for purchase, and it's just all in all, it's one of the first songs I wrote, so it means a lot to me, and y'all send us some feedback on it. Let me know what y'all think, and if you like it, you can go purchase it at iTunes or available on Google Play, I believe, and Xbox, whatever.
And Just for Fun.
Yeah, and you can listen to it on Just for Fun Radio. They always play my stuff. So, one night I saw this old man out on the shoulder, sitting on a guitar case, thumbing for a ride. The sun was going down, it was getting colder. With a southern drawl, he said, "Thank you, man." As he sat down inside, he said, "Man, I'd hawk this old guitar. Thought it'd get me half that far. 'Cause I swear tonight I've never felt so long. I wouldn't be out there in the rain if I had $20 to my name. All I need is a one-way ticket home." They say Nashville ain't that far from Alabama. Maybe as the crow flies, but right now for me it seems hell, I'm 1,000 miles away from Alabama. And right now I hear those cotton fields back home calling me. He said, "Man, I'd hawk this old guitar, but thought it'd get me half that far. 'Cause I swear tonight I've never felt so long. I wouldn't be out there in the rain if I had $20 to my name. All I need is a one-way ticket home." Mama said I could be anything when I got older. I guess I lost myself somewhere along the way. And when I took off to Nashville, I wish I'd told her, "Go on, mama, buy me a one-way ticket home." Man, I'd hawk this old guitar if I thought it'd get me half that far. 'Cause I swear tonight I've never felt so long. I wouldn't be out there in the rain if I had $20 to my name. All I need is a one-way ticket home. Like y'all.
Oh yeah, that was very awesome. And I was trying to check it out too on the radio to hear how it sounded in video. Sounds pretty good.
Well,
I see where I need improvements on getting my studio set up for doing moments like this. You know what I mean? Because this is really, really cool when we're able to do this. You know?
Well, that's the sound you get when you wake up and you don't do any vocal exercise and you just run in here and
Get kicked out of your bed.
Yeah.
Hear the truck tires. Hey, before you start that one, let me change that camera just one time, because what I want to be able to do is actually give you some video as well.
Hey, just knock that down.
Yeah, I'll just tear it up.
Yeah, tear that up. I don't know what I'm gonna play next.
I like rip page from the Bible.
I was trying to get a little more dusting and less my junk shining, like my keyboard and all that sort of stuff. And now I see where my rack is. It works great for me, but when we're filming somebody, if I have to go behind them and adjust the compressor, oh boy, I see all the things I need to get fixed. Really, is Timmy gonna do a me? Would that be a really high E?
I like that.
Shush. You like hummus, huh?
I still feel like cranking one.
Yes.
Robber on the line, giving me a tug, large mouth, thinking about going for a run. It's the bait, and I tell you, man, gonna look good in the frying pan. And I'm a product of my southern raising. I work all week to have a little fun. I'm a good old boy, and all I'm saying is I feel like cranking one. Yeah, I feel like cranking one. I stuck a small block in a rusted out Chevy 3/4 cam, man, we were ready. Highly carburetor in a 283, gonna feel the ground shake when I turn that key. I'm a product of my southern raising. I work all week to have a little fun. I'm a good old boy, and all I'm saying is I feel like cranking one. Yeah, I feel like cranking one. Lights go up, there's smoke in the air. We're up here and you're out there. Ain't gonna be no better time to turn it loose, so if you don't mind, I feel like cranking one. I feel like cranking one. Yeah, I feel like cranking one. Yeah, we feel like cranking one. Like, yeah, that wasn't the best I've ever done it, but not bad, not bad.
I like when you do that upbeat. Literally, last year he did an event for me in the spring, and I'm like, okay, cranking one, and he played a little more mellow, and I'm like, snap to it, come on. Because I catch myself singing along to that song when he's doing it and he's on it. I mean, not that I'm saying you're not, but he plays different. He's just different vibes when he plays acoustic. But yeah, I catch that, boy. Like I'm walking over there trying to sing it and not be up over here on the mic doing it, you know.
And Presley just said, Dustin's sounding good.
And I've got to tell him to that he should do Rip the Page from the Bible, since that Eddie's listening. She's gonna put you on the spot since he's listening. I'm just saying. Me.
Can I sing my song?
I just played Somebody's Watching Me earlier today.
Boobies and beer.
No. Somebody's watching me. I played that.
Kissed his cousin.
And they exchanged the chew. How about you?
Rhyme was out at Bread Man, and he looked at his cousin Sue.
See?
Gave her a kiss on the mouth and got a big old chew.
There you go.
Oh,
I think we could-
Eddie, can you finish that one for us?
I think with Dustin's writing ability, we could do a lot of cool prank parody songs.
Yeah, and we need to work on that.
You know, because, you know, we could be like, I'm sitting on my front porch, picking on my guitar, got my toothpick, picking out my chicken. I mean, you know, I could just see doing all sorts of crazy stuff. They found the body in the wishing well. Had that
Found the
smell.
body in the wishing well. Everybody said, "What's that smell?"
That's right. I threw more in than just a quota.
Golly. Oh, Lord.
My wish came true.
And now she's gone.
My wish came true when they couldn't find you.
Oh,
Lord.
you know we're going to hell.
And a handbasket. Here, I'm going to adjust it one more time, too, while you get ready to do this next one. Because what I want to be able to do is download the video of today's show, chop it up so that you'll have a video for each song. That would be my preference to put on your YouTube as well as ours. So hang on, I'm going to adjust the camera one more time.
You're going to get more of me in it.
If I had to, but let's try not to. Let me just get my little.
Let me go ahead and sing a little. Let me show y'all my little bit of my stuff. Go ahead and hit us a tune there.
All right, you ready?
Dusty. Yeah, go ahead. We got boobies and beer.
Oh my God.
Now here comes the queer. Oh, stop it. We got boobies and beer. Man, I love my boobies and beer.
Now Timmy's in fear.
I'm going to get me some boobies and beer at the social house. I got to have me some boobies and beer.
I think that sounds like a place to get you coffee.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's all I wrote. Boobies and beer.
Boobies and beer. That's all you wrote.
That's
all
the only words he's just like a
Boobies and beer while I stare.
Boobies and beer.
I look like I got raccoon eyes. Those are really binoculars. So yes, somebody else is saying they want to hear that Sunk Ford. I almost said Skunk Ford when I read it too fast. Sunk Ford.
What if we did Sunk Ford Chattooga River Blues, and then I'll do Rip the Page Out of the Bible for my last song?
Yeah, let's do that. We're at that 10:26 mark, so that'll work good.
Yeah. All right, good deal. This song's about my dad and his buddies going up to the mountains, getting in some trouble, sinking a truck, and they pried it out of the river 3 days later, and I fired the truck up. The guy used it as a farm truck for like 20 years after that. So, don't worry.
And they say Fords don't last forever.
Well, that was back in the good old days. It was late in the winter when we had a sand adventure. Camped out in the mountains, Lord, did not have a care. Till old squirrel got to drinking, and then it started thinking, that brand new green Ford of mine will go anywhere. We headed up the mountain just to see what we could find. All of us and Evan Williams having us a time. Till we got to that river and I pulled my truck aside. Looked into my rear view and could not believe my eyes. Squirrel, he was headed toward that Carolina shore. Little did he know he'd soon be swimming out the door. They was laughing and drinking and carrying on. And all of a sudden, Squirrel headlights was gone. I got them Sunk Ford Chattooga Blues, Lord. Don't know how we got here, it must have been the booze.
Now there's water in my front seat, there's water in my boots. Lord, I got them sunk for Chattooga River blues. Well, we snatched my bumper off, I was not worried about that. Worst of all, they messed around and lost old Tiger's hat. It went floating down the river and it went around the bend. Old Tiger knew he'd never ever see that hat again. Well, we headed back to camp, we had done give up the fight. Left that Florida swimming on that freezing Georgia night. And morning found us trying to come up with a plan. Put old Squirrel back on the road toward Conyers again. I got them sunk for Chattooga blues, Lord. Don't know how we got here, it must have been the booze. Now there's water in my front seat, there's water in my boots. Lord, I got them sunk for Chattooga River blues. When we got back to that river, that Ford was still there. Of course, all of us knew it wasn't going anywhere. We pulled at it all day long, could not set it free. Even tried to winch it to a big old hickory tree. Then old Squirrel came up to me, he said, man, try it one more time. We'll pack your pickup right on up and hook it up to mine. Right now them folks is thinking, man, you all a bunch of fools. And all of a sudden that big Ford began to move. Well, I took one look behind me and I nailed it to the floor. Never let it off again till I had him on the shore. Yeah, it'll change your thinking when your pickup goes to sink. Bet you $100 he don't try that anymore. I got them sunk for Chattooga blues, Lord. Don't know how we got here, it must have been the booze. Now there's water in my front seat, there's water in my boots. Lord, I got them sunk for Chattooga River blues. Now this is a true story and I want you all to know. If you're up in the mountains and that whiskey starts to flow, stay away from that river, boy, whatever you do. You'll wind up singing them Chattooga River blues. Chattooga River blues. Like y'all.
Very good. I was letting a pause because I plan on having this recording to play back on the show. So
Very long, very redneck.
yeah, but very good. And how about, look, we were making the joke
Very
about
drunken night.
I threw her in the well. JD Spivey says, my wish came true as she was down there turning blue.
Ugh.
Just saying.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, we could get everybody together and make one We Are the World song.
We are the world.
No, no. She went down in a swirl.
Just the absolute most creepy song ever.
I love that song, Scotty. We Are the World. That was my favorite song.
Really? That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. But really, you're going to do that?
That's a good song. I like
It
that.
was. I was waiting to see it busted out some. No,
Sweet dreams are made of thee. Who am I to disagree? That's all I'm doing.
because look, Marilyn
Sweet
Manson
dreams
did it.
are
So, I
made
mean,
of
you could turn around and do a
thee.
country version of it.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't know if you could do
And
that in
change the
country.
words up a little bit. Why not? Tainted Love.
Sweet beers are made of these.
Yeah. Girl, you so hot, I'm about to swing from a tree.
Oh my gosh.
They said you was the queen bee. Oh my God, I'm
yeah.
down on my knees.
You done,
Yeah.
you done
We'd
insulted
be
somebody.
sick. Who would I insult this
You
time?
said the queen bee.
I know, but hey, I own the rights to the queen bee. It's like a wrestler character. I own it. You know, it was developed on Just for Fun Radio.
Yeah. What was developed on the?
Her character of the queen bee. She gets mad every time I tell her I own it. I'm like, well, you know, WWE owns their characters. There's been like 5 Undertakers. Right now, he'd be the under
mistake. It'd be the mistaker.
Yeah, they just call him the mistaker.
Mistaker.
I'm mistaken your identity again, sir. Put your mask back on so I forget who you is. All right, well, let's we're at that 10:33. Let's go ahead and end. I'm not gonna say end the show because we will after the song, but let's hit that last song of yours.
I was sitting in the middle of church that day when I opened my book to that page. And part of me died in that pew. Old man Johnson flipped around, watched in shock as I ripped it out, and said, "Boy, what did you just do?" I could feel hellfire and smell brimstone in the crowded church. I felt all alone. In a hot July revival, rip that page out of my Bible. Well, the preacher dropped his hymnal in the middle of Amazing Grace. One hand on his heart, the other on his mouth, pure fear upon his face. Come on, that wasn't scripture, didn't even belong in there. It was from the day I signed my life away to the devil with auburn hair. I could feel hellfire and smell brimstone in the crowded church. I felt all alone. In a hot July revival, rip that page out of my Bible. Page had my name next to hers. It was dated the 13th of June. Must have been a bad year for love. Ours died before it bloomed. I could feel hellfire and smell brimstone in the crowded church. I felt all alone. In a hot July revival, rip that page out of my Bible. Out of my Bible. Like, yeah.
That's awesome. I like
Appreciate
that song.
it.
That's my
Appreciate it.
song. I like that one.
I've been trying to catch little bits and pieces of video just to kind of just teasers, just to get people to want to watch.
A little teasing video.
A little teaser video. There's another song all by itself.
Little teasers.
Yeah, whether it was the Dangerous Toys or somebody had teaser pleasers. Anyhow,
Little teasers.
all right. Well, let's shoot to a song real quick, and we're going to kind of reset up everything so we can go back to regular live long enough to be able to close the show down. Everybody, hang tight. It's Just for Fun Radio.
Boobies and beer.
We'll get what's his name back on, and you can sing Wieners and Wine.
Oh my God.
If you like little wieners and wine.
Everything froze, don't you know? Good Lord, son. I can't expect anything to go right today.
Everything froze.
Yep. The only on the station, the video's still going.
That's Copy Central's commercial.
Yeah, funny, huh? Coincidence? I think not. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, right, y'all? Thanks, sir. See, that's one reason I wanted to change it around a little bit, but that'll work. see if I get that other $2,000 board, I can have it programmed for when a female singer, when it's me, and when a male singer, so that I can change it back up and take a little less time to do what we just did. This is Just for Fun Radio. All right, everybody, we's back. We had a little bit of malfunction. Yeah, I'll be so glad when I get swapped over to this Mac and everything's up running right. But anyways, everything went great, man. It sounded good. Oh, you're going to give me back my blood juice?
Here's your wine.
My wine. Turn my water into wine. So, Brian, what you got going for tomorrow? Oh, that's right. I got something going
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you got something going on.
I got a guy that's part of a Wounded Warrior type project, which actually I think your mother spoke to you about, didn't she? About
she
taking
did.
a injured vet hunting. We'll find out more tomorrow, but what I had mentioned is what they do is they take injured vets and try to give them, you know, kind of like their I don't know if I'd call it their dream come true, but they want to be able to get back out there and fish. They want to get back out there to hunt. And the problem is you have to spend all this money to, let me turn that mic off. My bad. So they got to spend all this money to plan a hunting expedition or plan a fishing expedition. I said, well, look, I got a guy that's trying to build his fishing company. He'll do it for free. I'm willing to bet you money he'll do it for free. He'll get exposure from it. We get exposure from it. Y'all get what y'all need out of it. You get exposure from it. I said, and then I know a guy that hunts. So I was bringing up you and the whole boar hunting stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'll reach out, and if it's helping a injured vet, everybody will try to help be part of that. And if they get something from it too, I mean, hello, it's going to help you promote your business. Why would you not? You know what I mean? Why would you not do that? I mean,
Right. Is all this going to be videoed and stuff?
yeah, we'll be videoing it and taking pictures and everything.
Well, you know, turkey season comes in spring. That's
See?
something I'm real good at.
There you go. So if these cats would like to be able to go hunt and would like to be able to go fish, and they're having to take all this money to make these things come true, well, I'll just pull a little DJ Scotty magic and call people that this is what they do, and we'll make sure that the hunting happens. We'll make sure these vets get what they want. You know, if one of them needs a car with some minor tune-ups, I'm sure I can call Rob's Performance. Rob will be like, bring that car right here. I mean, I'm sure that will happen in all dimensions, you know. If, for instance, if we need to get some flyers made for this project, I'm sure Copy Central will do their best to help out. I mean, I just see it as if this is what we're trying to accommodate, I think everybody will be part of that, trying to accommodate the need. Right, Timmy?
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, God, why now?
What are you mad about, Timmy?
What'd your feelings get hurt about now?
I was trying to read that story to you earlier, and you made fun of me.
Which story?
The story we read earlier, the 12 commandments, 13 commandments, or
The
whatever.
13 Commandments.
How to take care of your woman is what that story was.
I wasn't making fun of you. You were exploiting what it said to suit your own personal
You
needs.
kept saying him.
Because you used me.
How do I use
You
you?
just treat me like a redheaded stepchild.
How?
Because you won't tell everybody how you feel about me, really.
You're an idiot. That's how I feel about you.
That ain't what you said the other night.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
We'll talk about this later because you'll be calling me for the booty calling a little
You
bit.
think?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
You sick perv.
I know how you are, Scotty.
You and Hapu
Oh.
will be riding home together, not me.
I don't have nothing to do with him. He smells like camel. And
And
I'm not
not
talking
the
about cigarettes either.
I knew
yeah.
that was coming. All right, everybody.
Wait a minute. What did I get drunk in this for? I didn't do a damn thing.
I don't know. You have to ride home with him.
I had to ride home with about all three of these idiots.
The carload of you. There's Brian, Hapu, Timmy,
Timmy.
and Ronnie.
Yes. They fight like cats and dogs. That's why I lied on the roof.
Oh my God. We need to get you some more bungee cords. to
And don't
hang on.
let Ronnie fart in the car.
Well,
Jesus.
That's why you ride on the
Louises.
roof.
Oh my goodness. It sticks to your clothes.
like
Ruins
cigarette
them,
smoke. It's like hanging
Like
out
going
at
and
a
eating Mexican
smoky bar.
food.
Jesus, I swear to God, he put it the other day in the garden. I swear, I thought we'd hit a cat.
Oh my God, that is horrible.
It smelled like a woman in a water tank.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, look, we're going to wrap this puppy up at 10:44. I'm checking out the camera, making sure everything's still going. We are getting out of here. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Just for Fun Radio, where we always try to keep it a little upbeat, just a little bit,
Yes, very
Just-
upbeat.
just a little.
Now I got to go home with Stinky Butt and Twinkie.
Stinky. Oh, no. No more information. No more information. All right, everybody. It's Just for Fun Radio. Thanks for coming in today, Dustin.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me. It's been fun.
We needed a fill in, and who knew we were going to get you to come in and play. And
Late, but we got him.
it didn't matter. Hey, all good artists kind of do their little, what do they call that? The
Fashionably late.
fashionably late. Yeah.
It's his entourage.
You're always supposed to. You're always
Well,
supposed to keep them wanting
See,
more.
there were a bunch of people in the front yard with cameras and stuff when I
That's
was trying
right.
to when I was trying to
That's
come in.
TMZ.
Trying to
and
park.
I guess it was TMZ, and I was trying to park and stuff. They wouldn't let me get out of the truck. They were trying to take my picture and stuff. And
You and Miley.
He
they
was
were
yelling at his cousin, "Get your head down in the back seat. Don't let them get
they
pictures
were
of you."
They were like, hey Dustin, can we get a minute with you? And I was like, no, I'm busy. And they kept on getting him away. So I showed them my 40, and then they.
Yeah,
Just get
that
me
did it.
up.
That did it. Those were my neighbors. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. We got things to do. Everybody have a great day. I got to shoot up to Harley. I got 30 minutes to be at Harley. We got a meeting, apparently, that I knew nothing about. So, everybody, it's Just for Fun Radio. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys later.
See you.
Bye.
Peace.
You'll say bye?
See you later.
He hasn't learned radio etiquette yet, but he will. He'll be here enough.
See you later.
We'll see y'all later, y'all. Bye. Bye, you.